Let's say, oh, cool, it's attached already. Awesome. Testing 1, 2. Don't need this on. I am streaming right now.
Me.
So say that right now. Switching this over. Now we should hear us all evenly. Hello, everybody.
I might be a little quiet.
That's fine. Now I'm like right up in front of the camera. Everyone can see my glorious mustache.
Me.
How do you get a copyright strike for that? How do you get a copyright strike for that? Not if they don't know about it.
They don't know what I'm watching.
They don't know. I know for a fact I don't own any of the rights to it.
That's right. You don't.
Which is bad.
Correct.
Good thing I'm not monetized. Ugh. Jeez.
Watching a video on Facebook and it's from the credit to King Bach. I thought it was King
Ow.
Beach, but I didn't read the word fully.
King Beach?
It's the ha ha ha
I
spider
don't know
man far
what
from home video. I don't know.
It hit the fan.
What hit the fan?
Shite hit the fan.
The shit hit the fan.
Streaming right now. We're live.
Well, good for us being live.
I'm alive.
I'm alive, but
Let's see how
barely.
tomorrow goes. Oh wait, it is tomorrow.
Right? A stream we should have started
Dude-
like hours.
Dude, I just pulled up my phone to like pull up my channel's chat, and the first video that pops up is 7.8 Too Much Water from IGN. Top 10 most controversial video game reviews.
Okay.
Too much water for a Pokemon game.
Yep.
That's actually a true review.
I can see that.
And it's for Alpha. Appears to be for Ruby and Sapphire.
Yep. I mean, the game we're playing like the same 5 or 6 Pokemon the entire region.
Right?
It's ridiculous.
It's so true, though.
Zig's Lagoon for days! Yeah!
GMT Roughneck, thank you for the follow on Twitter.
And his twin brothers I knew!
George Kid, Halo Master, Tiny. Welcome to the chat, my frosty friends.
All of the Lokis.
I've already got 14 hotties. I need no more.
I already got this I already got this cute petal that gives me flowers. I don't need any more.
The flowers are better.
Pretty they are.
Mr. Printed.
Yeah, there's something missing there. Oh yeah, the die 20 I left on the fucking table at home.
I say. Anyways. Lean pockets, get it right. God.
Pizza
Same
Pockets,
thing.
thank you very
You're made
much.
by the same flipping company.
Don't get involved in this, Abby. This could get ugly.
Ugly.
It's okay, I'll slap
It was
in for
only
it.
the moment you were born.
By the time it
How
reaches
dare you say
it'll
that?
be air.
You were so ugly. When you were born, they slapped your mama.
Oh yeah, well, your mom.
Yeah.
Nothing good, nothing bad, just your mom.
How incredibly accurate of you.
I still remember the first times I did that, and you were just like, "Hey, she's a nice lady."
When didn't I do that to you?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what you. That's why I just said that one of the times I said your mom. You're like, "Hey, she's a nice lady."
No, I mean other way around.
No.
Didn't I tell you that? Or did
Yeah,
you?
that's what I just said, dude.
No.
I
I
said-
said,
I said-
your mom. And you're like, hey. And then I said, nothing about her. Just nothing bad, nothing good, just your mom.
No, I flipped the tables and I said the exact same thing later that
Okay,
day, and then
gotcha.
you were like, "Hey, she's a nice lady."
You're a nice lady. Oh, God.
I already have a pet Demogorgon. I don't need
forgot.
another one. You don't want another pet Demogorgon? Aw, man. Oh, so Tiny, what happened? How did you almost die? Question marks. So many question marks.
We're all dying slowly. It's just a matter of when and how.
I say that's very pessimistic to think about.
It's called real.
It's called being real. The air we breathe is poison.
I refuse to turn that off. It's freaking too hot. It's nice. It's finally cool in this apartment, which is good.
Poor lizard folk.
That's right.
We got an army of folks, bruh.
We got an army of things.
Army of things.
We are accumulating all the things to do as we.
Howdy, you're just gonna watch chat playing Apex. Nice, Nano. We're gonna have to play some more Apex. By the way, guys, I got my first Battle Royale win. It was on Apex Legends.
Yeah, thanks to Nano.
Yeah, thanks to Nano. Nano like carried me, but he admitted that I was actually a lot better than he expected me to be. Like for as bad as I am with games, I was surprisingly good at Apex.
I don't think I've even heard of Apex.
Apex Legends is a free Battle Royale game where you do it teams of 3.
It's a free version of everything else.
Oh, so like PUBG.
Yeah.
Army of
Fortnite
9-year-olds.
and every other first-person shooter game that has Battle Royale.
Exactly.
Nearly got hit by a car. Tiny, be more careful. I've actually been hit by a car going 30 miles an hour. It hurts.
You lost your underwear.
Yeah. Okay, there's a story we're not going to get into. But let's just say it involved a super atomic wedgie.
Have you ever gotten a wedgie going 30 miles an hour out of nowhere from the side? Yeah, side effect. You also lose your shoes to show up 2 days later.
Winter, me and you need to play Fortnite. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't be against that sometime. But I say, I still need a friend you on PS4. Winter, what is your username? Winter Cast Ice. The name of the channel. That's my PSN name. It was originally Pool Guy, but then I changed it because every single person asked me the same question.
Easy. Easy.
Breathe.
There you go.
Thank you.
Pool Guy 42. I'm 42 years old. Oh, so stray cat. Welcome to the chat, my
I find that
frosty
insulting to all
friend.
42-year-old people out there. They're not old, they grip it.
Yeah. Considering my dad's 50 and he sounds nothing like that.
My mom is 20 years older than me, and people still think she's my sister. I don't know whether to be offended or if my mom should be complimented.
Dude, your food smells amazing. Did you go to Who Hut again?
No.
Who Hut does not have fancy containers like that.
Fancy? Where you? I can buy that at the dollar store. They're packed up like 50 for $1.20.
This is how the stream starts, guys. What are you eating, anyways?
Chinese.
Oh, no, I mean, like, where from?
Oh, Shanghai.
Shanghai? I was like, it smells delicious. I'm
I
gonna say, what
just
is
thought it
it?
was funny.
I
Did you
can't
get Who
smell
Hut?
anything.
No, I
If it
didn't.
was a food,
What'd
I
you
could
get?
probably smell it. I can't smell your food.
I can smell your food, and it
It's
smells
okay.
amazing.
Yeah.
But I say,
you
stir
don't
fry?
understand. My sinuses are backed up.
Lo
I
mein.
can't smell
Lo mein,
food.
nice. God damn. The thing is, I haven't eaten since, like, 2.
Whose fault is that?
Casey!
My work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, blame work.
And who asked for this job?
But I say, I wanted a paycheck. I should grab some food to munch on, but I'll just have it off screen.
There you go.
Alright, but anyways. Hey guys, welcome to the chat.
You can grab food.
I'm gonna grab chips and dip. That's what I'm gonna do.
I was gonna say. Never mind.
But I say, I'm gonna warm up my chicken after the stream. Warm up my B-dubs. Oh wow, nice.
There's a resident.
Abby's freaking
resident's
out just a
son
little
who
bit.
came in
Hello
from
everybody,
Australia
hello,
like does every
hello.
day.
We're just getting
And
started.
the resident has pureed food. Okay?
Thomas Lizard Folk 1, Frank 2, Sin 3, and Coke 4.
Oh yeah, I was gonna name one of them.
Yeah, you named one Thomas. Just
Oh, that's right. It's Thomas.
and no, Thomas the little lizard that could.
I like it.
I don't know what kind of crazy train you're on, but I've been Prince of Darkness since 1979.
Something about that is
Yeah, I question that
It'll
too.
be everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more like 65.
Are you even royalty?
I don't
In my
think
heart.
Having an issue?
Grabbing the jet.
he
Feel like
can't-
finding it.
Found it.
While we're on the fridge, will you grab me one of my dues out of the bag in the door?
Get in the ball.
I'm surprised that saying hasn't come up during our.
That's because it hasn't. We haven't ran into that encounter yet.
That
in the ball.
we were walking around the mall playing Pokemon's Go, and I ran into a stubborn Pokemon that just would not get in the ball, and I was like, "Get in the ball!"
And that just kind of became a thing. Kind of like hiding in the shrubbery.
The shrub. Wait, that
It's too
was
thick. It doesn't fit in the hole.
Jade, my Dragonborn, because that's all I've ever.
I just sent you a friend request. I'm Zombie Life 1A or Slayer. Zombie Life Slayer. Nice. I approve. We have to play during the afternoon when we do play Fortnite. Noted, Halo. Probably would end up being on one of my days off then. Because in the afternoon, typically I'm at work. Until, like, night.
What's a day off?
I work at work from this point to this point
Exactly.
during the time of 24-hour period.
24 hours.
In other words, what is day off?
Yep. Well, considering the fact that next week on Wednesday, my day off, I'm getting my hair colored again, so go white.
I'm not
Because
excited
right now
to
I'm
go
just
to work
blonde.
in winter when it's going to be dark in the morning and darker at night.
Mm.
Because I'm going to leave there in the dark.
But I do play on Xbox.
In the dark.
Halo, that shouldn't be a problem because Epic Games is multi-platform.
Because it's 12 hours. Oh, wait. Never fucking mind. I'm good.
I can only play on Tuesdays and Fridays,
Attracting my
Saturdays.
robotic.
We'll figure it out, Tiny. Don't worry.
What?
Get me some of that sour cream dip in my face.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Sounds like some of the stuff that you like to make.
No. It's not as good, but it's still good.
Welcome to the stream where we eat.
Yep, welcome to the mukbang.
The what?
Mukbang.
I still don't know what that is.
Basically, it's where a bunch of people buy a bunch of food from restaurants and just eat.
Normal people?
Yep.
They buy everything off of the menu. They buy
Oh.
one of everything. And
Okay.
then they sit around and they share it and they pass it around. And they're like, delicious! And then they waste everything.
Yeah, I can't afford that. I like to purchase food I'm going to eat.
I totally do that, but the only real way I would do that is if I had friends to eat it with me.
Right.
I mean, I might do that over several visits. Not all at once.
Like, I'd like put some money away and I would just order everything from Olive Garden and we'd just sit down and eat everything. But yeah, the whole purpose is to have a group of people so you all eat just a little bit of everything.
Smorgasbord.
Mm-hmm.
So this stream is all about the food.
Yep.
I'm going.
Welcome to the mukbang. No, I'm just kidding. We are going to start streaming though. I'm just stuffing my face a little bit because I have not eaten since 2 p.m.
He hasn't eaten since 2 p.m.
Charles Black.
This is the first thing I've eaten since toast at 9 a.m.
I haven't eaten that all day.
Mm.
And I'm still not hungry.
That's not good.
I can stand to skip
All right.
a few hundred meals. It's good.
Well, I know that feeling too, but at the same time. Alright.
I've got enough food here to last me a lifetime.
Alright. One more chip and then we're going to get...
fell off the wagon.
One more chip and I'm going to get started.
I came back like 3 pounds. I know.
T-Man.
I can fit in the smaller pants though now.
Mm.
So my body's still changing. It's just like Don't. I weigh more.
Alright, well anyways. Thanks for taking a break. Alright guys, so.
Stretching my ab flabs.
So anyway guys, welcome back to
I'm skinny.
welcome back to our frosty adventures in Dungeons and Dragons.
Sorry.
Oh wow, sick name.
Shut phone.
What?
I'm gonna say frosty adventures in Dungeons and Dragons, I like it.
Yes.
Anyways, so murder hobos, maybe fact, maybe.
That was our
Did you have a
homebrew.
pencil?
What are you looking for?
I still want to do an evil
Pencil.
campaign.
Pencil?
Yes.
We weren't even evil during that campaign, and we just murdered everyone.
Actually, the first time I played, what was the name? It was a superhero RPG. It was the first experience I had with tabletop gaming. And I was a superhero and I robbed somebody to pay for a hotel. And I accidentally killed them. And took the silver that she had in her pocket.
I accidentally robbed them to death.
Well, I was only going to rob them. I accidentally killed them.
I wasn't going to rob them, but they just happened to die in front of me, so I happened to relieve them the things they didn't need anymore.
You know how often
Never
that's
mind.
happened to me?
It's quite tragic, really. Especially for the goblins.
Anyways.
Thank you.
Olaf and I were talking the other day, and I had the idea. What a world it would be if Spider-Man was evil.
That'd be terrifying.
He would rule everything. And here's another concept for you. I mean, I don't know, but has there ever been a comic or any type of different alternate reality where Spider-Man was venomous? Like a venomous spider? You know? And then going
I know
off
he's
that...
a pig.
Huh?
I know he's a pig in an
Yeah.
alternate universe.
But then going off of that, he's never bitten anyone before. Since he became Spider-Man, he's never just walked up to somebody and went, "Ow, chomp, chomp." So what if that creates a sidekick? Spider-Boy, or girl, or whatever you want to be. It's 2019.
This is a spider attack helicopter.
Spider attack helicopter. Yes, but like, he could make his own army of Spider-Man
This is true.
by fighting someone.
This is true.
This is how the zombie apocalypse starts. Spider-Man.
Except for it wouldn't be a zombie apocalypse, it would be a
I think
Spider-Man apocalypse.
Jewish kid, he came into the conversation too late because that was already established.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, so let's go ahead and do a quick catch up to speed in case any of you guys who can't remember what happened in the last stream. So just a quick starter. I am the Dungeon Master, Winter Cast Ice, which while I am the Dungeon Master, I do play two characters as a kind of a minor control. And that is, I control over the DM character, which is Gallagher Frost, a half-elf cleric who's just basically there to make sure they don't die right away. And I also control over Zachariah, who is, the fighter friend of these guys who chose to travel with them. Exactly. Who is the fighter friend who has chosen to follow these guys in their adventures. I say, if somehow you found a way to friend him.
Found a way.
That's
He
what I
kicked
do.
his ass.
I say, and then of course, you guys, for most of you guys who watch my channel, know my fiance Abby, who is controlling the character Brixton Diamondu, who is a wizard, who is a elven wizard. We got my buddy Fabled over there. He is playing Kiteus Tiscari, the human fighter, who is what was I about to say? What was the Eldritch Knight?
Yep.
The Eldritch Knight path.
I do a little bit of the magic, it's just not as good as the magic.
Your
others.
others?
My other stuff.
But almost as
I put them both there.
I've
No,
used one
the
for...
little dice tray with my dice in it erased it.
And that was to finish off
no, I think
that
that's,
evil fucking creature.
You do it.
I believe it's right
Put
there.
it over there.
The Fnifnia's mother.
I'll probably get up and grab it in just a second. But anyways, and then for those of you guys, well, then there's a guy off camera. You guys can't see him because he is the invisible man and the mute man. For he is the...
It is a mutanty!
For he is... I see what you did there. He is the dwarven barbarian of Billy Bob Joe Bob Jr.
Who happens to know some magics.
I'll be lurking here, Winitar. Sounds good, Wealth. Appreciate it, bud, and also welcome to the chat. But anyways. So, now, to catch up to speed for you guys, 2 sessions ago, you guys made it to the island.
Yep.
Where you guys got on shore, and the first thing you did was stare at a tree.
It's a pretty interesting.
You guys also explored and found the fact that there are Feywild creatures on this island, which terrifying thing, especially for you, since that means magic is pretty risky if you're not paying attention. So you guys explored the camp in which you guys guys were tasked with exploring, checking the drop-off point for deliveries. You guys explored and found a few survivors. You guys found some survivors.
Not alone though.
At first it was.
But so you guys explored and found some survivors. Everybody heard Billy speak for the very first time.
Yep.
It was great.
You guys took the time to explore the majority of the location in which Gateus found a human in a locker.
He was in a locker.
Yeah, he was. He was in a locker that you opened up, like a wooden locker, because you heard noises. You opened it up and a guy fell out.
And then you locked him in the room.
Yeah.
Then you locked him in the room, and then you later on
when
tortured
you
him.
first started investigating him, because you were going to put him in the chair right away.
I wanted to be friends. Then you had to be a douche about it.
He was like,
had
I
to-
want to be a friend.
He had to be a douche.
Douche's biggest douche is douche.
But you guys continued exploring, and then you found a guy who had escaped the bandits. About to say, I'm trying to remember what name I gave him off the top of my head without looking at my notes.
Billy Bob.
Melvin.
No.
Billy Bob Melvin.
Let's go with Melvin for right now.
Melvin.
It's Melvin.
Melvin Bob.
Melvin Bob.
Or
Brown
Billy
pants.
Melvin.
Melvin Bob Brown Pants.
Oh wait, no, sorry, camera.
So you guys, you guys bumped into him and investigated him a bit, and figured out what he knew.
Melvin put in the work.
You guys continued exploring, and you guys found a room filled with lizard people.
Whose names are now Thomas, Frank, Sin, and Co.
I say you and all your animal friends.
Hey, one is his, because he decided he
Oh, you can have him. That's what his name is.
Oh God. Between
I got
freaking
Sly, I'm fine.
between Draco, Derpy, and now your 4 lizard men.
But still, this
God,
is
anyways.
awesome. I'm happy for you.
So, anyways, you guys decided to.
I'm gonna be a herder.
I believe the term is hoarder.
No, it's herder.
No, there's a South Park episode where it's the she. I'm a sheep herder. No, sir, you're confused. The term is hoarder, and it's a problem. But hello, Josh Morrow. Welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. Anyways, you guys decided to continue on forward. You guys explored the entire camp, which is really good because I was really scared you guys were just going to abandon the lizardmen and they were just going to die of starvation.
I wouldn't let them do that. Just because I slaughtered this little man's entire family right in front of them.
Thomas's family.
Say,
And now we're its family.
you guys decided to interrogate the bandit to get information out of him, and then you guys found out that there was a mid camp, and then there was the main camp. Well, you guys went to the mid camp.
Stomped the mud hole.
I'm about to say you drunkily went into the mid camp.
Acted it. We did not have any alcohol.
I can't. Hi everyone, I'm here. Programmer, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. You guys somehow pulled it off.
Split that with me, right?
You can have alcohol.
Oh.
You guys figured out how to drunkenly trick everybody, and you.
Hey, I've been there plenty of
And
times.
between all of you guys, you were able to successfully kill everyone. And now we left off as you guys were checking all the items, and you guys
Yeah, so I'm sitting there going, oh.
and I already went over with you guys what all the items do and their effects.
We never went over the 6 sets of cheater dice.
Oh yes. Oh crap. We'll get to it.
This one makes me win. This one makes me lose. These ones make me somewhere in between.
Yeah, you're good. You're good, Josh. I completely understand. Honestly, last night I was kind of embarrassed with myself because I was getting really uber frustrated.
Alright.
But anyways, I am going to be putting my phone away, guys. There are rules to this stream, and I cannot clarify this enough because this has happened several times. There are rules to this stream, and they're in the description below. So if you guys want to check out the stream rules, the big thing is I'm going to be putting my phone away because I will not be reading chat for the next about 45 minutes minimum, because I have to be the DM, so I have to stay focused. All right, so I'm putting my phone away for now. I trust you can keep it on chat now.
I'm just trying not to talk too much. I am trying to remember how much XP did we get last time?
250. I went over it with everybody else.
Yeah, I know, and you told me, and I couldn't remember.
You couldn't bother to remember.
I was trying. I didn't wanna, you know.
But anyways, guys, so you guys were
Don't need to be patient.
you guys were discussing amongst yourselves what to do next.
That just makes you sleepy.
It does.
I took a nap earlier.
Okay, cool.
For like a solid 4.5 hours. It was a much needed nap. The day before, I was like,
No, I didn't.
I need ice cream in my life. I deserve it. I want it. So today, after work, I went to Dairy Queen. I got some pretzel sticks because I was curious that okay. And then I got a Blizzard. And I went home, watched one episode of One Piece. Part of the next episode I don't remember because I was mostly
Could you
sleeping.
grab me
and
another
I was in
Gatorade?
And then turned it off and went to bed.
Sounds like
Plus, I couldn't really sleep the night before because my one contract was not at all. I didn't like my phone non-stop, so like every 45 minutes or so after I spent 20 minutes going at it, I would try to get it out. Finally went to bed at like 4 o'clock. Yeah. Then I woke up at about 6, and I just kind of went like this. I squeezed my eyeball, which hurt. And I just kind of squished that bitch right off. Pulled out a couple eyelashes, you know, gave myself a headache. Because I didn't want it to fuse in my eye.
No, I understand that, but that's the way you describe it.
To tell you how much pain I was in. Well, to tell him, you can listen if you want. It's like my personal conversation between myself, Briggs, and the rest of the world who are eavesdropping. You eavesdroppers, you. But yeah. It was quite unpleasant. I was all stressed because, like, oh, I'm going to have to go through the whole day with one contact in. Can I wear my glasses at the same time? I don't know. Should I go to the emergency room? Nah, screw that. I'm not spending hundreds of dollars to just go wham.
The sad part is I put chat away.
Call my mom!
The sad part is I put chat away, so I can't read what they're saying, but I want to know what they're saying.
We'll go back.
no. Well, go over it later.
But yeah, I finally got it, and I was like, I looked at it and I was like, gotcha, you little bastard! And I threw it on the ground, and then my cat started playing it, so I picked it up and threw it in the garbage.
Can't be as bad as the one you ripped. Trying to get it out.
Jesus, guys.
I was trying to put it in.
Oh, you were trying to put it in?
I was trying to put it in.
Right, I
Yeah,
So-
it's fine.
You guys were discussing what you were going to do next. Now that you guys have cleared out the camp and you've taken all the items, there are only 2 directions you can go. You can either go back to... Well, technically there are 4 directions you can go. Technically.
There's infinite possibilities.
There's always infinite possibilities because it is an open world. You
I was
guys...
talking about you can go north, you can go west, you can go west, except east if this way is north.
But yeah, basically you guys can head directly towards camp. Back to camp, where you guys set a base. You guys could be heading towards the enemy main camp, which is straight ahead of you guys. And you can go to either east or west, which they take you into the forested areas of the island and everything.
Out there with your dice tray.
They were. I put them right here. All your dice are right here.
I was talking about the one in the little dice tray.
I
don't understand.
don't understand because I'm stupid.
Hey, that's my excuse.
I know, I've adopted
These are
it.
your guys' words, not mine.
But anyways, those are you guys' options. You may discuss amongst yourselves what to do.
Do we have a time limit?
My time limit is up.
I'd say Dalaker would just tell you guys that eventually the mid camp is probably going to have to communicate with the main camp.
True. That's right. We should
Well,
probably-
I'm dressed in main camp gear.
I think we all are.
All of us except for the prisoner and Dalaker and
Prisoner Belton.
and Brixton. All the three of them are disguised, but there are plenty of clothes around here that you could easily disguise yourselves.
Strip these guys. Feed them to the centipedes. No, we don't know.
I mean, you could feed them to the centipedes if you wanted to.
I mean, I don't think I'll... No.
The rare brick, the rare brick sign.
I think what we'll do, we'll take a uniform for everyone, and then the people who we strip, we shall throw into the woods off the path for the centipedes. I'm not going to go feed it to the centipedes, but
You just
yeah,
leave them for just like
hiding the bodies inside the centipede.
the bandits that kill, just like the bandits in the Lost Stories. Just leave them for the crows.
Yeah, just not where people can watch them be left.
Exactly.
And then we'll make our way to the main camp. We shall save the day, and then let's adventure this island.
Dalaker will agree with you that going to the main camp is the best thing to do.
And then we're behind you. Because they drew my black sparkly dice.
The only thing in here are mangas.
Great. So you lost my dice and my cards.
I did not.
Liar.
I misplaced them. They are sidetracked on the road of life. What? And one of these times you guys are just going to pick me up and you're going to put me through this table.
No, I'm just gonna watch.
And then you're going to grab my microphone and you're going to go like, that's right, brother.
Yar.
Yarr. Betrayal of a lifetime.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite commercials ever is a Slim Jim commercial. It's with those little devils. It's like, snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah.
I like the little sweet commercials. Plus we slime down the stairs. Hey. Dr. Pepper with a kiss.
From Cherry. That's another one of my favorite commercials ever. Like, Gene, dude, it's not with a kiss of cherry. It's a kiss of cherry.
That's what I said. With a kiss.
Do it normally. Fine. Dr. Pepper with a kiss of cherry. It's delicious. Trust me. I'm a doctor. Dr. Love! They call me Dr. Love! Dr. Love!
Doctor, copyright.
Yep, there it is.
There we go.
Bam!
Good thing I'm not monetized.
Shut down.
Alright, bring in the police tape. It's all shut down now.
Here they are.
Oh, God.
That'd be funny. We can crash into the ceiling, Superman land.
2319! 2319!
Also copyright.
Yeah, I do know about the casino update programmer for GTA 5. Also, Alex Kitty, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend. Like I said, guys, there are rules to this stream, and they're in the description below. The main thing being the fact that we're not regularly checking chat. Are they in the dresser? Or are they in the desk?
Why would they be in here? They're with all the D&D stuff.
How about a little less attitude?
How much I'm not losing my stuff?
Right over there. The books. Folders. Under that. Gonna fall to the side of the couch.
Look, with between the girls and between rearranging stuff and everything, it is super easy to lose things. I swear though, when I had the stuff, it was either with the dice tray or it was with my cards, but for some reason they got separated somehow. But I swear they were in the same place. But anyways, moving on. Right there on the shelf that you're on. They were sitting right there. Like on the bare shelf. They didn't fall to the floor or anything, did they?
No, they're fine.
Of course they were.
Yeah, no. The last time-
Telling me I lose your stuff. I put them in the exact same place.
Yeah, the one in Russian does not knocked over. Yeah, the last time we found.
It's always your fault
Always.
because you're a man.
Sorry. Sorry.
Sir. Tell you what. I'll meet you halfway. There you go, bud. So anyways, so we got Cateus' 2 cents on this. What do you guys think?
Onward to victory. As
We're
I'm
winning
just
at life, except for
pointing.
you're homeless. I'm
Okay.
homeless. I don't know you guys.
I'm
You
just
guys are fine.
pointing and going.
Rolling for bravery for the prisoner? No, he's feeling good. He's feeling confident.
What are we in the prison? We have Melvin. Now it's Melvin.
Now it's Melvin. Because
It is officially Melvin now because no one cares.
Let's say I had his name written down, but it's in my notes somewhere.
Isn't it Michael?
Yeah!
Yes, it was Michael.
Proud of you! See, I was close with Melvin.
I knew it started with an M. I was like, wait, it's not Melvin, it's Michael.
Marvin the Martian, that's his name.
Mind player.
How about no?
Marvin the Mind Player. He's actually a cartoon.
Yes, he is. One of the most famous cartoons ever.
Let's see, Michael. We can do this. Onwards.
To the main camp? Now where are we
Making him
going?
brave.
We're
What?
going to the main camp.
Yep. After we strip bodies and feed them to something.
Gotcha.
Daliker helps you do this, but as you guys are doing this, Daliker will say prayers, so prayers to Paylor as you guys are doing it. Well, they do. Well, they.
Paylor your favorite god?
Okay, from a player's perspective, Paylor is probably the most common god I go for as a player. Just because of the fact that Paylor is like the most well-balanced god of them all. He's a genuinely good god, but he's not like self-absorbed and self-righteous like, for example,
The DM.
you shut your mouth.
Lightning bolt. Underground.
I've done it before. I've given you guys diseases. You guys have found hairs in places you've never found hairs before. That's a common thing that I do as a DM. But anyways, unlike the what was the name of the dragon? What's the name of the dragon god?
Bahamut.
Yeah, Bahamut. Bahamut is like the god of justice, but he's like
Righteous, lawful, good one.
he's a super like self-absorbed god. Like he believes his truth of goodness is the only true form of goodness. And like, but Paylor is probably like the most mild god. He's the god of sunlight and agriculture. He's legitimately like one of the nicest gods ever. I still want to do a campaign. Anything about corn? Oh, corn! Yeah, definitely. Oh god, corn's always interesting. But anyways, I still want to do a campaign on. But I would do a campaign where Ragnar becomes the Dark Knight and kills the Sun God to take his power.
Yeah, and then I was gonna play Kai.
Yeah, you gotta play Kai.
And then I didn't usurp the Raven Queen, but I became the Raven Queen. Or something. I can't remember.
He became
And
the
then
Raven
they
Queen's
fought each other to
champion.
death.
Yeah.
He became the Raven Queen's champion and earned her favor.
Yes, and that's like end game quest mode.
Yeah, but
That's like end of the end quest.
but Ragnar turns dark, goes from the good god, a good follower of the god of sunlight, and murders him in cold blood to take his power.
All right, if we're gonna do a campaign like this, we have to do it regularly, more than like every other week. Before
That
1
would
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that would probably be.
at like an 8-hour long thing, starting at like the middle of the day.
Dude, that would be a cool stream. Actually, something I talked about is that if the channel ever gets to a higher, like, if the channel ever reaches like 1,000 subs, which I sincerely doubt we will, but I said that if we would, I would do a 12-hour live stream, starting early in the day. So I had something to think about.
Yeah. Well, I want to finish this campaign first.
I agree. I'm just saying, like,
Finish!
so anyways.
Not starting.
So you guys take your time, and you're like, you guys like chop them up a bit to try to get some.
No, I'm not chopping. I'm
Just throwing
fucking
them
the body into the
after
woods.
you strip them of all their items and throw them into the woods.
I'm not. So mutilate this corpse, put it on a fine platter, and hand feed each morsel of human meat to the centipede. No, I'm putting him in the woods behind a bush or something, so nobody can find him.
Birdies.
Guys, we're gonna hide him in the shrubbery!
Oh boy.
I was about to say, I've actually fought predator birds, and they're terrifying.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so you guys successfully do that. That doesn't take that long. That probably takes like, probably be like 45 minutes to an hour to do that for every single body.
Just a couple.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, you're doing it to all of the bodies of the people that were in the camp, or
Just enough so everybody has clothes.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, are you just gonna leave the other dead bodies in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, it probably takes you like 15 minutes.
Okay. I was gonna say, we don't have time for this.
It's like we're not sure.
Oh yeah, and you guys prop the bodies in weird positions.
Oh yeah, you guys rolled for that,
Dude, oh yeah!
and you guys
You got
nailed
the
it.
two headless guys going like this.
We can put the gamblers back up gambling again.
Yeah.
They just kinda like fell
Just
asleep
throw the two guards out into the wood.
Yeah, just give it to the guards.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I need like 2 sets of clothes.
I would say there were 4 guards in total, and you guys murdered them. There were 3 gamblers. I forgot, and you guys rolled well for that. I remember.
Make the people in the tent spoon.
Oh god. But anyways, so you guys move forward to the main camp. Is there any kind of you guys traded clothes? I assume that at this point, Dalaker, Michael, and Brixton have all put on the carbs of the bandits.
Yes.
Which, for those of you guys who don't know, basically the garbs is kind of like a darkish pants, kind of a grayish tunic, and I mean most of them kind of wear these weird like backward caps, kind of like what the pirates of like ye olden days wear. Kind of like, so basically like a standard pirate outfit.
Okay.
And of course, like it's no surprise to be wearing armor. Some of them wear armor, but most of them don't, from what you guys have seen. So anyways, it takes you guys a bit. Actually, believe it or not, the midway camp is not that far from the main camp of the settlement where the sailors and the guards were living.
Would you say it's halfway?
No, actually, it's closer to the drop-off point, but it takes you guys about almost a solid hour to get to the other side where the main camp is. As you guys get close, you do notice that there are heavier signs of like footprints and everything. So you have to assume you're getting close. How do you guys want to do this?
People be stomping here.
People be stomping.
I'm not talking anymore because I got like 3, like close to 2 minutes left on my
I'm going to just kind of
Until the next
confidently
day.
walk up.
Until the next day.
Gallagher will follow right behind you,
'Cause you get
as his
10
eye
minutes
patch does
before
make him look more
24
badass.
hours.
Yes.
I assume Brixton, Billy, and Michael are all kind of like traveling a little bit together.
Yeah.
Not too close, but like traveling enough together that if something happens, Michael can back up.
Yep.
I assume, anyways.
Yep.
I'm just making sure you guys are saying what you're doing, so that way, you know, if combat happens, we all know what we're doing here. So after you get a certain distance away, you do see like a wooden, what appears to be a bunch of wooden poles kind of tied together, with a little bit of an opening, and 2 people standing in front of it. Excuse me.
Do they notice us yet?
No. Well, actually, let me roll, because you guys are just walking confidently up there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, they don't notice you.
I was going to take a sharp left, but no, I'm not doing that. Just
let's lace up.
In fact, one of them that's like seems to be a bit taller than the other. He holds up his sword and he's like, "Halt! What is your business here?"
I'm going to keep on marching up, so I can just have a casual conversation with him, so I don't have to yell.
Alright.
I am entering camp.
Him and his friend stop you with their swords.
Excuse you.
They say, "Excuse you."
Yes, excuse me.
What?
What? Start trying to walk again.
They're gonna forcibly block you. Roll strength contest. They get to roll with advantage because there's two of them.
Did he run ahead of us? Or
No,
something?
I just kind of kept walking. I walked up to
You
them,
beat a
and then
19.
Can I beat a 19? That's fine. Ouch! Would you say athletics?
It would be strength.
Just strength?
Yeah, just straight up strength.
16.
They got a 19. So you attempt to, but yeah, you're holding your ground pretty good. But then the swords kind of bump you back and you fall on your butt.
Fall on my foot?
Yep.
That's rude. Stand up, dust myself off. Just.
You guys are supposed to be in the mid camp. What are you doing here?
Change of shift.
Roll me a bluff. Deception.
Why do you think I would just try and go through? You said deception.
Deception.
Obviously. 15.
Let's see if they can see through you. This is the second one. You guys are having a bad night.
Are we?
Yep,
Yeah.
because they're just like, change of shift isn't for another 2 hours.
But they just came and they said, hey, change of shift. So,
Who came and said change of shift?
no, I don't question. I just do what I'm told.
They look at you intensely. If you're part of this camp, then obviously you know the phrase we use when we enter and exit the main camp. So what is the password?
I'm going for insight. I'm lying. Is there even a thing?
What did you get?
No, that
2.
Oh, he looks like he's telling the truth in your eyes.
Oh, this
Like
guy.
in your brain, you're like I imagine in your brain, you're just kind of like.
although I feel like it shouldn't count because it hits the thing.
In your head, you're like, in my brain, I'm like, oh crap, I need to think about that. Shit, quick, what am I gonna say?
Actually, Dalker's gonna come up and he's gonna roll insight just because I feel like this could be really bad if
Could be
you
very
guys
bad.
screwed up this badly right off the bat. As funny as I find this, and if Dalker fails, I'm just gonna laugh my butt off through this
If
entire
he
thing.
fails, I'm gonna try and get this. I don't got this, but I'm gonna get it. Hopefully.
All right, let's see.
He says most confidently. The tear
Okay,
rolling down his face.
you're lucky. Dalker walks up behind you, and he can tell that they're lying. It's just like he kind of comes up, pushes the guy back with one hand, and he's just, "Excuse me, there are no passwords, and I know that for a fact. What kind of crap are you trying to pull?"
No passwords. See, I knew there was no passwords. What the hell? Well, why are you making me doubt myself?
I'm gonna let that. I should have you roll performance.
I'm speaking to him.
I know. I would have you roll performance, but you know what?
I'm being genuine.
You're doubling down on what Dalker's saying.
Yeah.
And me,
That's
I
it.
belong here if I could speak.
You're just kind of like.
Just, I was told I belonged here.
That's what my drinking buddy said.
My clearly
So,
not drunk friend.
Anyways,
says
the
that.
guy actually kind of seems a little shocked by Dalker or what Dalker's saying, but at the same time you can see the sweat, so you know for a fact he was lying. So the guy kind of just changes his tone. He's just like, well, anyways, you are correct. We don't have a password here. I was testing you guys to make sure that you guys didn't just infiltrate.
There's nobody else here.
There's the guards and the sailors at the camp. Well, that's the whole reason we're here.
It's fine. Let's go. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Let's just do this, please.
They kind of just look at each other. Just, okay, they put their swords away. Go ahead. So you all fall behind Michael kind of has his head down. Actually, I'm gonna roll for that.
Don't you fuck this up on me.
Oh, gee.
Oh my.
He's sliding in feet first.
Not 20.
Nat 20s. Jeez, what is going on with the dice today?
Michael's a boss.
Michael's just.
I'm slamming.
You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Oh!
But anyways,
Michael, why do you doubt yourself?
you're just walking. It's like, man, dude, you gotta show me how you hide yourself so well.
I am too honest.
But anyway, so you guys get into the main camp, and guys, this camp is a lot bigger than you expected it to be. Like Michael was talking about how many people were there. Based on let someone roll me a perception. I want to see what you guys think. I love how you just look directly at her.
I'm clearly not rolling the best.
7.
See, I'm not rolling the best.
7. There's like a lot of people here. There's like an entire city worth of people here.
Whoa, this is huge. I say very loudly.
You want to roll to see what you see?
I see a lot of people here.
I see
Holy!
What you,
I see a whole people. A whole of them.
what did you roll?
people.
Like, let's see.
What was your dice roll? Just flat.
Wait, we're looking at things. So I got a 5. 8.
There's a whole lot of people here.
That's what I said. But no, don't trust me.
All right, let's see what Dalaker thinks.
Good enough.
Dalaker actually might have to save your guys'
It's the
plus
tree
today.
the whole day.
Oh wow, Dalaker's doing rolling good. Dalaker rolled a 16 plus his perception, which is a +2, so 18.
You say it's the tree all over again.
Whoa!
If I remember, even Delaker looked. No,
Yeah,
wait,
Dalaker. No,
he
Dalaker looked at the tree. The only people that didn't were the captain because he didn't bother, and Brixton and Zach. But like 3 of you guys, including Sly, all walked up to the tree and was like, "Ooh." Now that's some fine tree there, I will say.
This makes an excellent parchment.
But anyways, so what Dalaker could see, and he's gonna try to explain this to you guys as quietly as possible as he kind of counts as many people. Basically, by rough estimate, he's gonna guess there's about 40 people here.
We can take them.
At minimum.
Okay.
And some of them are wearing armor.
Hopefully take them.
But he does say that most of them are dressed the same way as the bandits from the camp, the bridge camp.
We can probably
And so most of them have like really crap armor class.
definitely.
But there are a few here that are actually wearing armor that look like they can handle themselves. And but he does also point out one other thing, since he rolled pretty high on his perception. He did point out that there are a couple of cages towards the back of the camp. A lot of tents, by the way. Basically, even with your guys' roll, a low roll, I'll paint the scene for you guys. Basically, as you walk in, picture like kind of like a traveling carny show, where like, they have a whole bunch of tents.
You got a bunch of corn on them.
But like, there's a massive, like, the circle of the inside of this place is like massive. Like, it's empty space. A lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's like campfires and stuff, but for the most part, it's like empty space. It's almost as if the whole place was meant for that. And there's tents going around like near the walls. Except for there's one really big tent in front of a ship. But I say there is a ship. Yes, a pretty massive.
Are we like by a post?
Yeah, you guys are literally went from
Yeah,
one side of the island to the other.
Okay.
It took you in travel. It took you guys about 2 hours to get to the other side.
Right.
But
It's
it's,
been like a month. Hard to remember sometimes.
it's true. But anyway, yeah. As much as I'd love to make this a weekly thing, but it's like time constraints and everything, especially with all of us. Between your work schedule and your work schedule, especially your work schedule now.
No, it's good.
You remember one day a week, 1 week of the month, like you have to wake up the next Saturday morning pretty early. I'd say it's like, so that's why I kind of hesitate making it a weekly thing. Plus, I do multiplayer Friday as well. But say I mostly have that set up for like people who have school and everything, so that way they can join streams. But anyway, not what we're talking about. Something to keep in mind though, if like we ever get the opportunity, we should start doing this weekly.
Well,
but anyways, so there's a lot of tents, like on the outside of this place, and one really big tent, and behind the big tent there is a decent sized ship. Like it's not like not like a galleon or anything like that. It's kind of like a. It would be the ship, like 2 sizes up from the merchant ships. So like a. My sailor terms are a bit rusty.
That's okay. Case doesn't have any sailor terms.
You're like, that's a big boat!
Oh my god, it's as big as the one we came here on!
How do you row that?
Wow! You can carry a lot of fish in that boat.
Why does Kitay sound like Kermit the Frog?
Wait, no, that's
And the
the
next
boat.
guest is Jack Black. Yay!
Anyways, continue.
Continuing on. So, but there are a lot of people like just walking around, like drinking beers, holding weapons. Some of them are sparring. A lot of them look like they're hauling stuff. You'll notice, Kitay's, roll me a die 20 perception check.
Another one?
Yes, another one.
No, 20.
Not 20?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, you
Amulet of the Beholder lets me know all!
basically while Dalker is explaining the mechanic, telling you guys what he sees,
Just
you notice out of the corner of your eye, you see some people like moving boxes, and you'll notice that they all have the same markings as the ones that were in the encampment. In other words, a lot of medical supplies and and there's some current paper currency.
the paper currency was 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was from
Ninja Land.
Were they?
Torrent.
Is anybody over there struggling with carrying the boxes?
There appeared. You know what, let me roll for that. Oh yeah, a couple of the guys seem like look like they're really tired, and they're like stopping. And they're stopping every like 50 steps to just kind of.
I'm gonna go help them.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go help them carry the boxes.
You gonna tell everybody else what you're doing before you run off?
I'm gonna whisper you since you're standing right there. Hey, I'm gonna go help them carry those boxes. Let me go find something out.
Good luck.
I'll try to later.
Okay. I'll stay with the group and see if we can find more of the prisoners.
All right, you guys go do that.
Say it's least party.
Okay. As I say, you two run off.
We had the same idea.
All right. In that
I
case,
thought you were trying to joke around about what you thought I was gonna do.
you
And then you were exactly
two
right.
pretend to be like concerned people and run to help them
I'm
out.
gonna here, let us help.
Basically, okay,
Stumbles.
so I think we're gonna start by following you two before we get into our stuff, because our stuff might be a bit trickier. So starting with you two, you guys catch up to these guys that are carrying boxes of like medical boxes and foreign currency boxes. You see these. You know a couple of guys that seem to be either a little old or a little overweight, and they're having a hard time carrying these boxes. Well, there's one old man and one overweight guy. Who wants to go where?
I'll take the older.
Alright.
Take the overweight
My
man.
majestic, magnificent person, body man, will walk up to this flabby fuck and help him out.
Okay, speak to me.
Whoa there, friend, let me help.
Aye, who are you?
Carlton.
Okay, Carlton.
I
You
don't
have
know.
you have to really put some.
Carlton.
I was gonna say enunciation on the R. Carlton.
Never seen you around the camp.
Well, I've never seen you. There's a lot of people here.
He kind of nods his head. He's like, "That's a fair point. I appreciate the help. Why though? I can handle this." I just
I
imagine.
just kind of just. You're sweating profusely. You're dropping it on yourself, and you're struggling to lift it again. Let me help.
He seems offended by that.
I'm just gonna ignore that he's offended.
And you just gotta pick up one side of the box.
Yes. Come, let's go.
He begrudgingly grabs the other side and lets you lead. The old man is trying to carry him, and he's just like.
I took my ring off.
You're just gonna grab the other side and just kind of look at him meaningfully.
Just
You just kind of look at him like.
I'll be able to hear you anyways. I haven't invented hearing aids yet.
The old man looks at you and he. I assume you're. Since you can't speak, so.
I can't even grunt.
Roll me persuasion using my body language.
Just. No, that would have been a lot more simpler than.
You grunt at him.
I imagine this little guy just going up to this feeble old man.
Nat 20? Okay, yeah, I'm not even gonna roll for it then. Yeah, it's like, oh,
Your body moves perfectly and he understands exactly what you're doing.
I appreciate the help, young man. As he grabs one side of the crate and you grab the other. And you guys start carrying him.
And it's just me.
You guys are carrying. You and the old man are carrying the box of medical supplies, and you and the overweight man are carrying the box of what appears to be foreign money.
Okay.
And slip.
Anything you guys want to like try to squeeze some information out of him or what?
No, I'm gonna let him lead. I don't know where the hell I'm
No,
going.
you guys. I mean, he's leading no matter what.
Oh, I thought you said that he's letting me lead.
No. I'm saying, you guys want to ask them any questions, interrogate them while you guys
Nope.
while you guys are walking.
Nope, just doing the work. I don't want to
Okay.
seem too pushy from this guy who's carrying
So,
boxes and already lifting too much.
In that case, you guys are going to lead. They're going to lead you guys to a location.
Okay.
So in the meantime,
I'm taking in everything.
Brixton, Delacour, and Michael. So you guys are still walking through the camp. You guys are still walking through the camp pretty casually. Like all weapons are kind of hidden to the side and everything. Delacour has his weapon tucked behind his tucked underneath his tunic, like amongst his chainmail, where he normally has it. Carlton. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so Brixton, Michael, and Delacour are walking through the camp. Michael says as you guys are walking, okay, the cages that they keep my neighbors in is like towards the big tent, as he points over. But we gotta be very careful. The leader of this bandit outpost, he's very dangerous and he very much likes competition.
Great. What do you suggest?
Well, I mean, trying to break them out right now probably wouldn't be the best idea since everybody's awake and everything. And also, we don't want to get too close because last thing I want is one of the prisoners who isn't one of my neighbors might recognize me and rat me out. And we have to fight the whole camp just to survive.
Okay.
I would recommend we probably just scope out and see how the patterns for the watch and everything is.
Is that your plan?
Delacour kind of nods and is just like, that's probably the smartest plan, Michael. I was like, wow, you actually know military tactics just a little better than I expected. And that's what he gets for rolling a 16 on intelligence. But anyways, so you guys explore a little bit. You guys see some like people handing out food and everything. It appears to be like real food. Like you guys can see like ham roasts and everything. Some like meat on a stick. Meat on a stick.
Need some meat on a stick.
What's the name of that meat? I want to go to a Renaissance fair just to try. Mutton, yes. Probably some mutton in there too. Is mutton good? It looks delicious. Because I don't think anybody in chat would know what mutton, what if they've had. I don't know if any of them have had mutton, but it sounds delicious. But
I
anyways,
gotta make some turkey legs.
so we're gonna take the time and explore a little bit. Have you guys?
Who activated Netflix?
I don't know. I didn't touch anything. Roll me perception.
Okay.
That was the PlayStation. Not the PlayStation, but Netflix on the TV. It's just like. I don't know. But anyways, roll me a perception. Dang, freaking Gallagher's on fire.
Well, better say
Perception.
Yeah, perception. Well, you guys
My
are.
buddy's on fire!
17.
I'm gonna say Gallagher got an 18, and let's see how Michael does. Michael did okay. He got a 12. Basically, through your guys' observation and just looking around, you guys probably just take a little bit of food from like the people making it, so it makes it look like you guys are just eating the food and everything. You guys are hiding pretty well. There's a lot of people, a lot of hustle and bustle. But while you guys are doing, while that's all happening, you guys do overhear that, like, oh, the guard changes, how the guard, some of the people are complaining, it's like, guard changes every 3 hours. What the frick is up with that, man? Like, it's unfair. I don't want to frickin' be the guard. It's
Speaking
boring.
of mutton, Stray Cat said he tried it once. He doesn't remember if it was good or not. He thinks it's good, but
Thank you for letting me know, my
he
dude.
doesn't remember.
One of these times, I'm going to go to the Renaissance Fair. And one of these times, I'm going to try mutton.
I love it.
I'm going to say, dude, Renaissance Fair. Next time. We can get a babysitter. You too. And if we can get you away from work, you as well. Renaissance Fair, if we get the opportunity.
We shall cosplay as medieval nerds.
Yes, medieval nerds. I'd do that. I'd dress up as a knight. Or show up like Shane and be a monk. God, trust my spear. Oh yeah, no, have you seen that video? It was so good. They did Smosh Goes to the Renaissance Festival. Dude, we're gonna have to watch it after the stream.
It's gonna be 5 o'clock in the morning. I have to get up at like 6 or 7.
I say, no point in sleeping then.
Agreed. Sleep is for those who are weak.
Sleep is for thine weak.
Anyways.
Yeeteth.
Okay, you guys spot some stuff.
Ye old Gucci.
You gave Fabled a headache.
A compromise.
This is one of the times I like to remember one of my mottos, which I stole from a movie. Actually, yeah, I stole it from a movie.
And that is?
Fish. Fuck it. Shit happens. YOLO! Let's keep going. I know it's not I'm not there, but keep going.
Anyways.
You
So you guys are taking your
You
time.
owl live once?
You obviously love owls. Now, when you talk to me, keep this going!
No, you guys. So you guys over here, you, Michael, and Gallagher over here, some guys complaining about the guard shifts every 3 hours. I'm gonna say, and the next shift is probably in about an hour. But the nightfall won't be for like it's only like midday at this point. I know a little bit later in the day. It's like 2 o'clock. Well, you guys did walk for an hour, so 3-ish. So basically, the next guard change won't be until like 7. After this one in an hour. But there's another one at 10 and another one at 1 in the morning. Basically, that's an opportunity for you guys. So basically. So you guys are, while you guys are listening to that, let's jump back to these two who are currently carrying crates. Excuse me. But you guys are going past the camp and everything. Going past the tents. And you're going to the boat.
Ooh.
You do see that there is a walking plank going from the shore to the boat, because the boat's pretty close to the shore. So you guys can actually climb something to get onto it. After you get it on there, you see the overweight guy is... Oh my god, he is sweating like a pig. He is disgusting. And he's just, as soon as you guys put the crate down, he's like,
Oh there, friend. Offer him some water.
I say he'll take it gladly. As he kind of takes it, and he kind of takes a swig of it.
Oh, that's my urine sack. Sorry.
Nope.
Give me a tissue, please.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. I appreciate
Okay.
it.
You're welcome. What's your name?
Put 'em right there.
The name is Segmus.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
The name is Segmus.
I was about to say the name is Satanist. What?
Segmus. Segmis. Segmus.
Yeah, but when he blew his nose, all I heard was Satanist for
Seg him. Segway. Segway? Alright, Segmus.
Segmus.
Just writing down the name so I don't forget it. I have most of these names written down. They're like the generic names I have written down.
Where do you think this ship's going anyways?
Oh, you new here?
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. We just picked up a whole bunch of new people. Well, after this, we're going to be heading a bit farther down the line. Actually, probably a bit further up the line now that I think about it, because we're going to be the next place we're going is we're going to try to go to. What was the name of the place? As he's kind of snapping his fingers as the DM reaches for his notes.
The NPC snaps his fingers and all time freezes while the DM does something not related.
Actually, super related.
The world doesn't need to know.
Oh yes. Now I remember. We were going to head inland through the vast river system farther north in Gano, as we're going to go to New Fremont. And you would remember that as the capital of Gano.
Notes.
New Fremont?
Yes. So you're just kind of like, oh, New Fremont, yes.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, we have some good business to do out there, and we have some bad business to do up there.
Bad business. Isn't all business good business when you're making money?
He kind of looks around to see if there's anybody else there. He only sees the old man and you, but he kind of pulls you aside a little bit. Yeah, he pulls you aside a little bit. Gotta see how trusting he is. Listen, mate. I'm just here because they're paying me gold. I don't approve of the actions that they do here.
17.
Alright, I hear you.
17. You're hearing everything. He's trying to be quiet, but he's not doing a good job. I say, listen, I get paid the gold. I need the money to settle some debts that I owe. I say, I mean, Grant. The thing is, I'm doing this purely for making some money. And the moment I can jump ship, I plan to. But I say, but the good business is that we're selling some goods. Some of the things we pilfered, which I don't mind the stealing from the Navy, because of the fact that they don't need all the supplies. In fact, we left them the gold. But the bad business is that the people that are in the cages down there, as he kind of points out some of the cages. You can see some people in rags and everything.
Taking notes of where all the cages are to tell everyone later.
Unfortunately, the leader, he wants to sell the people.
Sell people?
The king of Nagano doesn't approve of slavery, but he didn't outlaw it. And
That's terrible.
And Purple Rose wants it.
Purple Rose.
He kind of looks at you like surprised. You don't know who Lord Purple Rose is? Ooh.
I'm just here to do the job, so not one.
You obviously haven't traveled near Gano, have you?
Nope.
You want to
go where the money is.
Listen, stranger. You want to stay as far away from Purple Rose as possible.
Purple Rose.
Kill Purple Rose.
His name is Destoria. Destoria. Destoria.
I assume that means destroy.
Well, it's just Destoria. That's his name. Historia Purple Rose. He's considered a lord in the land by the king, but what he is a warmonger, and he's a warmonger, and he is, what would be the term for it? A
bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
He's a meanie.
The killer is that a way?
He is a. Essentially, he explains that he is a very he. What would be the term for? Not trying to be racist here for a second, but in Africa, like you know how there's individual people that control segments of Africa.
A chieftain?
Not a chieftain, but
I don't know.
Not
Anyways,
a chieftain, but kind of like a. It's you know what? Better example. You remember Gallica and Ranger's Apprentice? How there's the king, but he has like no power. But they have all these like littler people who claim territories.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they're kind of like the barons, but they're not because they forcibly take it. Let's just say let's just call them barons for right now. I'll remember the term later. But anyways,
Attila the Hun.
Attila the Hun.
Attila the Hoon.
Attila. Dale.
Listen, friend. He's been conquering areas. He actually just recently took over one of the big cities.
Oh, it sounds dangerous. Is he here? I should stay away from that area if he is.
That would be in Uganda, actually.
But hold on, just
He took around the camp. Anyways, they've been talking about how Purple Rose, how Destoria has his thumb over the council over in Gego.
Thumb over council in Gego.
Yeah, in Gego.
In Gego.
Yes.
Oh, this eraser sucks. Sorry, it's really dry. I didn't realize how awful it was.
It's so dry. It could just be sand. It's like a desert.
It's like petrified rubber over the scorching hot sand laying across my neck.
You ever just eat a pretzel?
Just eat a pretzel.
No, what I said was a reference to Markiplier's pretzel video. It's like, I'm just gonna have one more.
That's a great video.
It's a great video. It's 4 minutes long and it's so dumb. I approve of it so much.
You must be gaming, Marty. That's what I do, dude.
One more. One more.
You're one. Alright, you're one. Continue. So I'm
But,
not sitting here till 3
This man he's bad news.
Does he have his own tent around here?
No, fortunate
Does he
thing.
come?
Thank the gods, Purple Rose is anywhere near here. He's probably in New Fremont now making deals. But his banner is everywhere. If you ever see someone with a banner of the Purple Rose, I highly advise staying away from them.
Listen, I'm a worker, not a fighter. That's my class.
But you see this guy's actually being pretty genuine.
Yeah. So, any parts of camp I should probably stay away from then?
If I had to say one place, I would say stay away from the big tent. As he points towards
big
the big tent. It's like a red tent with some gold like trimmings along where the tent like holds itself up. That's where our captain lives. Captain Burke.
kill Captain.
He is a very vile man. He's very dangerous. He thinks it's sporting to have us fight each other. You might find it surprising, but I'm not really one to fight with a sword. Even though he shows you that he has a sword at his waist.
How do you use this thing?
No, he's not Dalmar. Dalmar Fenrir is like, oh god, we're not getting into that. But anyways, I carry a sword with me.
Ever.
But you see him pull down his shirt a little bit, and you see a little trinket that has like a little bit of a skull on it. I'm actually a warlock.
Oh shit.
Not a bad one. I had to pay off some debts. I stole a scroll. I didn't know the scroll had anything on it. I looked at it to see what I could get, and it was a pact.
It happens.
But either way, it grants me power. The thing is, I don't. The captain knows I'm a warlock, but he doesn't like me practicing magic. Say, I am a danger to those around me.
Says
I'm
the
a
man
danger.
selling people and forcing his friend to fight each other for his amusement. And you're the dangerous one. He clearly sees you as a threat.
I have magic just spiraling out of me. It's wild.
It won't-
If you fart in magical clouds, who knows what?
But I say I would be afraid of honestly, I'm the one afraid of Captain Burke. Captain Burke is a very dangerous man. Him and his sword is just.
Him and his sword. Swords are dangerous, they're not foes.
No,
What's
but
about
his
sword?
Well, his sword seems to have some kind of illusion magic on it.
Genjutsu!
Genjutsu!
Before we go back to hard, let's check that.
Alright. Well. Interesting. Lucas. How do you
Anyway,
know so much about this man?
well, I may not look it. You may not look it. Well, I'm actually a very intelligent man. I may not be built for physical labor, as he kind of points out. That he acknowledges that he's overweight. He acknowledges that he's not in the best physical shape. He's like, but I was a scholar. I was very smart. It's just the fact that I ran on some bad tidings. My family got in trouble. I needed to pay debts. And these were the only people that would pay me enough to pay them.
Interesting.
But now, because I paid off the debt, my family's free. But now I'm owned to these idiots.
Oh.
To get the gold, to sign on to Captain Burke's ship, you have to sell yourself to him. Essentially, I'm not a slave, per se, but
Might as well be.
he paid off a large debt for me.
So you have to pay off that debt to free yourself.
Correct.
How much per ton? Slice?
He sells you an unfathomable number that's ridiculous.
I don't understand.
Basically,
This is unfathomable.
about 10,000 platinum.
Oh my god.
Very.
What did you do to owe somebody 10,000
It
platinum?
wasn't me, it was my family.
Gambling.
I would say, no, not gambling. It's more like my cousins were also involved with magic, and they were in the college, and some magic got out of hand. A creature was summoned, and may or may not have destroyed half of Engego.
Most unfortunate.
May
Well,
or may not
But
have.
there's a reason why dragons don't come back. They were sealed away for a reason.
Anyway,
You're kind of just your character must be just like completely baffled. Like dragons are gone.
Yeah, that's,
You're used to
I'm
dragons.
trying really hard to be like, what are you talking about? Dragons are gone. I just saw one like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago.
But yeah, no. So he's just kind of like in. He's like, oh god, I'm just pouring my guts out at this point. I apologize. You probably don't care about
Happens
this.
to me a lot.
Well, either way, all of a sudden you hear doom, 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 like a bell sound coming from the background near the tent. Oh no!
What?
Some poor.
Is it lunchtime?
Is it
Wow,
lunch?
you are new, aren't you?
Fairly, yes. The guards won't even let me in.
Mid camp?
Yeah, no, yeah, you get me here from mid camp, yeah.
That makes sense. I say you were probably the raiding party. That's the bell, the combat
Just-
bell.
Yes, I was part of the raiding party.
That was the combat bell.
Combat. I like combat. That's
Me too. Let's go tanking some bitches.
Well, no, this is where the
I'm always
captain.
down for a good
This is where the
scuffle.
captain gets his jollies.
I like jollies. Let's do this.
Unfortunately, we all have to go.
Oh, damn.
Dang it! How dare thee?
I'm gonna write. This creature sucks.
He is.
I'm writing down that you and I, Briggs, are apparently part of the raiding party since I agreed to that's where I was from.
Okay.
And you're with me, so welcome to the raiding party, friend.
Yeah!
Where we raided things and places.
Oh wait,
So-
did I ever take off those gauntlets?
Nope, neither did I. I'm wearing them. And so
What?
are you.
The what?
The gauntlets we found.
The gauntlets of fire, gauntlets of ice.
Well, the gauntlets don't look like anything unless people focus on the gem.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They'll look like normal gauntlets.
I'm going
Then
to-
don't go
It's not like they're gonna look at them and go like gauntlets.
Yeah.
Dark Legacy.
Love it.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Got any reason to throw a Gauntlet Dark Legacy reference in there?
As soon as nobody's watching, I'm going to cut some leather and like fasten a strap around the knuckles of this thing. Make it look more like, I don't know, used and worn and old and like tattered. So like, I don't know, maybe wraps leather between the fingers, around the palm, and like
Makes it basically kind of like a monk style wrapping around.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like people can still tell you're wearing gauntlets, but you're like wearing the leather, kind of like leather straps, just kind of.
Yeah. If anybody questions it, these gauntlets are precious to me, passed down through my family for generations. Which it wasn't, but it is now.
Full Metal Alchemist
Starting
reference.
with me.
I approve.
It's going to be passed down through generations.
These
starting with
gauntlets
me.
will be passed down for generations.
The Giscari family for eons.
So you guys, so you guys follow Segmus' lead.
Yep.
The old man basically, he's just huffing and puffing, trying to keep up with everything.
I'm gonna give him my water skin. The rest of it, I have to.
Thank you. So, hold on a second, I'm gonna see how much he actually likes you. Oh wow, he likes you a lot.
Which one?
Segmus?
Hey! You just make your friends everywhere you go.
Say,
I killed all my friends back there in the gambling hole.
In the Gablin hole?
That's how much he trusts him.
Wholeheartedly. He would sell his life for me. I'm just kidding.
Listen,
That's already happened.
you see Segmus walk up to you too, kind of put his
Best
arms
friends.
around you.
You know, your best
You
friend.
might want to have a swig of this. As he you see a flask.
What is it?
It's a special kind of brandy that I created. With just a little bit of magic.
Magic's dangerous, friend.
I know, but it's a very special magic. Just trust me. It's what I use whenever whenever the combat bell is rung.
What's it gonna do?
It makes it harder for you to get hit.
Ooh.
Ah.
I'm gonna roll for insight.
Oh man, I should. I just took a good one.
6.
I say, he looked. He's not even lying. He's telling the truth.
Oh, okay, cool.
Based on what you can see, and he seems very genuine.
How much to drink for a full effect?
Just a nice sip.
Just a nice
You don't
sip.
want to drink too much. There are
What
side
happens if you
effects.
drink too much?
There are side effects. It could have the opposite effect.
Oh, shoot.
Just take a swig. I say he takes the flask from you as he takes a sip himself, and he screws it back on.
So does everybody participate? Is this like a mosh pit free for all kind of thing, or what?
I say it's more like a call upon.
Okay. So
But
I'll start sipping
on a
this
side note, before we take a break, both you guys get a +1 to your AC, temporary, for the next hour.
Woo! 18!
This is what me and Fable did. Me and Fable used to work together. That's what we used to do all the time. We weirded out.
Everybody, you got the bird sounds? Squawk! That's yeah!
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break. So I can
Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo.
we're gonna take a break and read chats. I also need a drink.
You need it.
All right.
I need a special kind of drink.
Okay, dropping by to say hi. How's everyone? And I'm on my way to bed, so it's so hot in my room, so I can sleep in. Going to try to get some sleep. Where you go? Welcome to the chat, my frosty friend.
Quack.
I say he's probably off
Have
by
a
now,
plan.
but
Oh,
I hope I
just
can
kidding.
get
You're fine.
back to
You're good.
sleep. Dang it,
You
can't
got
sleep.
this.
I was gonna stand over there and then
I'm-
swivel the chair back to you, and you can sit and swivel, and then I'll sit and swivel. And
Oh, I had Dutch in the chat. Gotta love it when Dutch is in the chat.
Cat threw up.
Cat threw up, gross.
Yeah.
did you step in it?
No.
That's usually how I find it.
Right?
My cat is a Q-tip.
No, I didn't. step
You know
in.
how I find it? I hear that.
The thing is, if
What?
when Thunder throws up, it's hard to tell if he's like actually throwing up or
I
not.
say, Joseph, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend.
It's a linoleum, so it's not that hard to pull up.
I say, why is your arm broken?
What?
I say, Joseph in the chat. Just like mostly fine. Mostly? My arm broke. Like, jeez, his arm broke. That's not good.
Hey, Casey, you can grab this
Alright. You guys mind entertaining chat for a bit while I,
Do I mind entertaining chat? I'm trying to catch up. But yes,
I've been
I shall.
I looked through most of the comments, and they seem pretty relatively tame.
I'm not worried about them being all hocus pocus and roughhousing and whatnot.
And the whatnot.
Throwing out there.
Winter, serious question. Winter's unavailable right now, but I'll happily answer your serious question for you, sir.
What is the serious question?
Sir, the programmer.
Sir, programmer, what is your serious question? I happen to be right here.
But you need stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab it real quick. It's in the bathroom.
Your other half is going to castrate you, sir. I don't know what you said. Oh, yes. Extremely.
Shink.
Shing, 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 shing. Snip.
Ouch.
Yeah, just comes out with a sword. Shing, 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 shing. Scissors. Snip. Distraction.
That would probably be a bit more likely.
Where can I get your hat?
Oh, my hat. Oh, the WCI hat? Currently, I actually had that custom made. Here in Fargo, there's a store called Lids. I bought one of their hats and I just had them design it with the WCI. I do hope at some point in the near future to put out some stuff so that you guys, if you guys wanted to buy them, you could. I just gotta talk to some people online to get some stuff situated because I don't want to put it out there just so you guys could buy it for like $50. I'd rather, if I were to put these out there, I'd prefer to sell them for like 20 at max. I promise I'll keep you guys updated with that stuff.
$15.
I did sell mugs for like $12 for a while. And
$9.99 monthly subscription gives you $10 discount on all merchandise purchased.
yeah, that's
One item per month.
I always feel bad because I don't like using the word merch because a lot of people have commented that I sell out when I do that stuff, which I don't. It's
And if
just
they buy it, it makes them a buy in.
I say I didn't sell out. I bought in. But anyways, yeah, no. I'm actually going to be talking to Clav about helping me with a design for a new shirt.
Before castration happens.
But I say I'm hoping
You can put me on a T-shirt. Put all of us on a T-shirt.
I actually was planning to talk to her, see if she'd help me do like a Frosty Adventure shirt. I didn't know I was going to call it Frosty Adventures, but I like it. The more I say it, the more I'm liking it. But I was also thinking about talking to her about maybe doing like a Skyrim design for a shirt. Not Skyrim-like design, so like
Right.
medieval Viking style. Not Skyrim per
Some
se.
Nordic.
Yeah, Nordic.
How is thine thunder?
I haven't talked to her about it yet because
Thank you. You're welcome.
Because I still technically owe her a little bit of money for helping me with the 1-year anniversary design. Which I have shown you. It was the raccoon holding the Skyrim sword with my hat, and it says when it cast says 1-year anniversary. It was awesome. I still use it as my wallpaper. Yeah, I got up here.
I'm surprised she's not in the chat.
Who?
He's surprised she's not in the chat.
I'm not sure why she's not in the chat. She probably has some stuff going on. I accidentally just recently promoted her to mod. Yep. I decided
Life, bro.
it could either be the best thing for the channel or the worst thing.
Both.
Nice mini fan. Yep, pretty damn small.
I actually do have a mini one of that in the office.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Never mind.
I was gonna put it.
It's not my
Theory
thing.
is
Thank
okay
you.
with this, but not okay with this at the same time.
He's like, okay.
He's
You
like,
hold me like this, but don't touch me any more than this.
he's like looking at the ground like, that looks like where I used to be.
Well, I bought the stuff for the office, and I'm just like, I wanted to have like a little fan for the desk, so that way if it gets hot, I can just like set it on silent mode and kind of just push the wind towards me. And yeah, no, I saw a small one for that, and it was like $15, so I was just kind of like, yeah, why not?
It's okay.
I can't.
Yeah.
That's okay. There's a big table right here, and like we don't have X-ray vision built into our eyeballs like other creatures.
Yeah, other creatures have X-ray vision.
Ground.
That thing does.
I can see.
Thoughtmaster Jacob, thank you so much for the subscription, my dude. Welcome to the Frosty Chaos. I'll say, but anyways, pulling up chat. Thanks, not a problem, my dude. Yeah, no, I've been wanting to do like some merch stuff, but I kind of figured after the first time I tried doing it, selling merch for charity, I got apparently some people decided to come up to me and call me a sellout for selling merch, even though I kept no money whatsoever. Did still make over $50 for charity though. Woo! Not a lot, but you know what? I'll take it. And I also bought a couple of shirts for myself, and Briggs has one.
I have a mug.
And that's right, and Abby has a mug. No, hey, no shame, man. The shirt. I like the shirt design a lot. They're very simplistic.
I would have telekinesis as my superpower because me being me, I would just become insanely skilled with my telekinetic powers, like wipe out armies skilled. You don't have to like throw things and whatnot. You can just like move something in the brain, therefore stopping somebody's heart or whatever. I get smart with whatever I do.
Super speed, nice.
Or like I could make myself fly. Who needs the power to fly when you have telekinesis? You can just fly yourself.
I get lazy with that though.
That's the point of it. You can just lay there and telekinetically exercise your muscles. Just make them do little twitches and stuff or whatnot. Or just use your mind powers to work out your body. I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much.
Let me guess, you're also lazy to get a drink.
No.
Speaking of being
Sometimes.
too lazy to get a drink. Abby, when you come back in, can you bring me a pop, please?
I'm totally not the type of person that would one day, as a joke, use my telekinetic powers to unscrew the cap, make the liquid fly up and down over into my mouth.
Dude, waterbending.
Exactly.
Honestly, if the question was applied to me, I'd say either teleportation, to be able to go to any location.
That'd be cool too.
I would be able to go to so many places. Thank you, my love.
Did you need something to drink?
Travel would be so much cheaper.
They traveled. She is not your servant. She's not my servant. She's my fiance. She asks me to do the same thing for her all the time.
She's not my servant, she's my maid! Just kidding. Just kidding.
I make her throw Doritos on the ground whenever I walk. So I guess.
Yeah, I know.
And she cleans up when I'm
And she cleans up. She carries a vacuum on her back to clean up my mess.
The vacuum has a self-charging charger, so the vacuum can never be turned off.
She is my Roomba.
And her name
Hey.
is Rombo. I don't know.
Roomba.
Rita.
That sounds like
I'm
a.
half
That.
tempted to get one.
I'm gonna say I wouldn't blame you. We would just need to make sure the living room has plenty of space, so that way the Roomba doesn't just get accidentally stuck under the couch.
No, you'd have to make sure the girls don't go, ooh, a toy.
Who was it? I can't remember who told me, but
The cat would
This
just sit
person's
on
friend.
it and do this.
has a Roomba, and their dog, and their whole house was like hardwood floors, and the dog crapped on the floor, and the Roomba ran it over and kept going around the house, smearing the crap all over the place. The house was covered in shit, like the entire floor, just a big old shit stain. It's like It's I can't even think of a good analogy.
Hey,
Okay, yes I can. It's like God took the floor out from under you and wiped his ass and slapped that shit back down.
Programmer, what event's going on Fortnite tomorrow?
You got it.
Some kind of event is going on.
What about fork night?
Fork knife?
Fork.
Meant ep and say can't sleep.
I like to sleep after a rousing game of Fortnite.
It's not easy being green. Next gives us fable.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh god! Honestly, actually, one of my favorite performances. So it's that Kermit the Frog was involved in. It was America's Got Talent season 2, and
Was that America's Got Talent?
he was invited by when you get to the finals, you get and when you're one of the final 2, you get to invite somebody to perform with you to.
That's awesome.
And the thing is, I know about that because last year, what was her name? I can't remember. The ventriloquist girl who won, Darcy. That's her name. She got to meet Jeff Dunham, which was really cool. But she invited the winner of the 2nd season of America's Got Talent, and that was Terry Fader. Amazing ventriloquist, absolutely fantastic. Terry Fader won the season 2. And he invited Kermit the Frog because Kermit the Frog is the one who inspired him. Actually, it was the creator of the Muppets who inspired him to follow his dream of being a ventriloquist. And he was like, you got to invite somebody, and he's just like, I invited the world's most famous amphibian, Kermit the Frog! And him, I can't remember what the name of the puppet he was using. And Kermit did You Got a Friend, which is a really old song.
You got a friend.
No, not that song. Will you just call out my name, and soon I will be there. It was like, yeah, Kermit the Frog sang. It was. But one of my favorites was the judges were replaced by the Muppets. She was like, what do the judges think? Yeah, Terry. Kermit the Froggy. It was not an okie dokie. Kermit was just like, sheesh. Just like, I love it when Beaker was trying to talk. He was like, and like Terry's like, do you understand what he's saying? Kermit's like, no, not a word. Just nod your head. I don't know. I think it's the Monsters vs. Mech. Monsters vs. Mech. That sounds awesome. All right, but anyways, yeah, we had a nice little break. I'm gonna go ahead and put chat away again. Actually, I'm probably gonna keep chat open. I'm just gonna have it right here. That way, I'm not looking at it. But we're gonna go ahead and get back into the action. So,
Yeah.
now back to us. As we're exploring, we find out all about this. All of a sudden, you hear the bong, bong, bong. As you hear,
Bing, bong,
you see a bunch of you see a bunch of people. You guys are currently in the circle where everybody is kind of walking around. All of a sudden, you see the people kind of moving off to the sides where the tents are. Well, let's see what Michael does. Michael knows exactly what to do. He grabs both yours and Dalaker's arms. He's like, we need to go to the tents now.
Okay.
And Dalaker follows behind. As soon as you guys get to the tents, he explains that it's called the combat bell. Just follow everybody else's lead, okay?
Okay.
From across the way, you guys can Dalaker, you and Michael can see these two walking up with a bigger, heavier set guy and an older man.
I'm gonna ask Segmus. So what kind of combat is this? Like unarmed, fighting to death, or how bad is it?
It's different depending on the captain's mood.
Well, let's hope nothing bad happens.
All of a sudden, you do see the three cages. You do see the 3 cages still in the center of the ring here. in the center of this big old ring. All of a sudden, you see this big man. He's like 6'9", walks out of the tent.
Whoa! Big man on campus.
Actually, I broke down some dialogue for him. Where did I go?
I'm upset. Fight makes me happy.
Someone pissed in my Cheerios.
You see, okay, here we go. So as you guys see this, you see this man come. You see this man come out of the red and gold tent, standing 6'9", wearing what seems to be a combination of metal and leather armor. You see him carrying. You see him carrying a great sword on his back. He appears to be bald, scars on his face, but he seems to be smiling as the bell is being rung.
How is that different?
But you do see that he wears very similar black pants, kind of a gray tunic, with his armor.
You know what would be really funny? If he used his sword that does illusions to make himself look big and intimidating. He's actually a small dude with like perfect hair. But he thinks it's not quite perfect enough, and that's his quirk, so he makes himself bald.
As soon as he walks about 10 steps out of the tent, he looks around and he spits on the ground. Alright. I'm in a sporting mood today. And after all the success, we're going to be taking off tomorrow. Tonight is the night to celebrate. While you guys can have all the fun you want tonight, I want my fun now. I want a fight. Who is going to fight me?
Oh damn! Whoa! Whoa!
He
Whoa!
wants a-
I thought he was talking about like people fight for my amusement, but no, he wants to throw down.
You see Sigma's kind of back up a little bit, like you could feel him back up slightly. You don't want this, trust me.
I will. I will trust you.
You see,
Very slowly.
you see this man go, what? No one wants to fight the captain. We all know how this game goes. All of a sudden you see him walk over to one of the cages and he opens the door. Alright then, how about this? He pulls out one of the people from the cage. He looks like a scrawny woman. Whoever fights, if I feel generous enough to spare you, can have this one for themselves. You see, well, actually, let's see how persuasive that actually is.
Oh boy.
That's pretty decently persuasive. You see
Roll
some.
for Bud.
You see a couple of guys kind of looking at each other like. He like you see
I
the
was just thinking that.
you see the captain look over and see a couple of people.
I could say it.
Well, how
because
about
I
this
can't
then?
speak right.
How about this?
Get the
We
full
have a
vibe
little bit of a.
telepathy.
How about we have a little bit of a
Really good.
free for all? I won't even be a part of this fight. But if we do this, I'm going to pick someone to fight.
I feel like we'll stand more of a chance if we do that one.
Right?
As long as we don't have to fight him at the end.
Tag team, we got.
And as he looks over and he's like, he points to the 4 bandits that are over there, kind of looking to each other.
Ultimate bro fist.
You 4, and step forward. You see you see 4 dudes. They kind of look like they're a little bit more lankier, a little bit more to themselves. Like they're the kind of guys that wouldn't fit in with the normal crowds because you can tell that they're pretty bad apples. They're kind of laughing and chuckling to themselves because they know that if they, depending on, they don't have to kill each other in order to win. They just have to knock each other out. I say, but then he looks over and he's just like, but I know how my crew goes. I know how they are. They would sooner fake their own fall. We need some. I need some tough men. I need some men who are actually going to fight. As he looks around,
Makes myself look all innocent and not worth it.
Roll a die. 6.
Rolls for performance to look innocent and sweet.
You!
And unsure of himself. I gotta.
You! I haven't seen you around here. I want to see what you're made of. Don't be shy, unless you want to fight me. All of a sudden you're like, and
When he's going in, I'm just gonna run in after him.
you're going in there, and then he
but
looks over.
I rolled a.
He points past you. He points past you at Michael. You. You see Michael kind of like. Actually, how well his acting is. Oh wow!
Oh.
You struck by a smooth.
Michael Finay.
He got an 18. Jeez.
I rolled a 17 for performance to make myself look unintimidating.
Very, very
Like,
pitiful.
probably easily beaten. But I did run in there after him to join him.
He went.
Like, I don't want a friend come back. Don't leave me.
Well, you want to join the fight too, then?
Okay.
And Michael's just kind of walks because, but you know,
He's a smooth criminal.
he's a smooth.
He's all like,
God, please.
But
what the hell?
either one of you want to roll me a perception check?
Sure.
No.
No. 5.
Perception of butt kiss.
I have a...
Your butt kiss is better than my ass
21.
slaps. I got 5.
You'll notice that even though he's scared to enter the fight, you do notice that he is going in there. He doesn't see, like, you can see some kind of determination behind his eyes, and you could see that too. Like, like it seems like he's going in there for a purpose, not just because of the fact that he was forced to.
With my perception of 5, do I even know that it's Michael coming into
With perception of 5,
Yes.
you know it's Michael,
You just don't know what he's doing.
but you just don't. You're just kind of, but you don't like, you don't see anything behind it.
Yeah,
He kind of
it's
looks
just- it's
scared.
Michael.
He kind of looks a little scared. It's like, all right, let's see what you guys have to offer.
Pulls out my wallet. Not much.
All of a sudden, you see the bandits pull out some swords, and one of them carrying a scythe.
Swords.
Swords
are we-
and scythe.
Swords and scythe.
Huh.
So those 4 and us 3?
Shink! Oh wait, we're not
see-
supposed to pull out one.
Of all you three, Michael's the first one to pull out his weapon. He pulls out the sword you gave him, and he grabs it with 2 hands.
I vote team deathmatch.
You look at the captain and say, "Can we do this in teams?"
Can we do teams? Us 3 and them 4? I guess it's them 4?
The four bandits look at each other, just like, "Yeah, why don't we do that, Captain? That seems like a fresh new idea." You can see the evil smirks on the faces of the 4, and the captain kind of just smirks.
I pretend to grimace.
The captain kind of scratches. It kind of scratches.
I
His
got
chin.
18 for performance.
Oh yeah, no, he believes you're actually scared. The captain kind of smiles at this.
Oh.
I'm just gonna sit there and laugh.
3 against 4 seems like an unfair fight, but you know what? I will allow it. So what's for a friendly competition?
I just sit there going, yeah. All silent with my
You're all
band
like-
rig. All silent.
But you see, and Michael is just standing there silently. He kind of has the cap. He has the pirate cap a little bit farther down.
Can I volunteer as tribute?
You can certainly try, but I would like you to notice. Before you do, I would like you to notice that there are very few females here. Mostly males. You can certainly cannot offer them, but and none of them seem to be using magic.
It's okay, I got a long sword.
So do you volunteer?
I volunteer as tribute.
You step forward, just pull out your sword, like the most baritone voice ever.
Hey guys, I'm Pink. I'd like to join the fight.
I would do too.
Righteous.
Like, right on, who's ready to kick some butt?
In the most tubular way, I'd like to throw down with you, home skillets. Ha!
I'd like to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
My name's Kyle. I like Monster.
I like to drink Monster and play Call of Duty. Check out my gamer tag, it's Gamer Girl.
I volunteer tribute.
So you step forward with your sword drawn.
Pushing Michael back. I'm okay with this 3 against 4.
Pushing
Michael won't let you push him back. He resists.
I was okay with this 3 against 4.
All of a sudden you see
I'm gonna pat on Michael's back, like, alright. I'm gonna whisper, I got this.
the captain looks at you. What's your name?
Brookston.
Never seen you around here. Where did we pick you up?
Brigith!
Bring it then
Better come up with something.
I'm
looking at
trying.
And
I'm with them.
He looks at you.
Use a real name!
we're all here together. I'm with these people, and them, and you, and he, and we are we.
I'm gonna say you rolled an 18 for performance. Roll me persuasion.
Oh god!
9. Although we are all here together.
He eyes you suspiciously. Fairly well. Not a big deal to me. Let's see how you fight.
I have both my long swords out.
Pull out your long sword.
I have both of them out.
Oh, you got 2 long swords.
Oh my god.
Just like I have 2
So now-
axes.
Let it be 4 on 4 for the hand of this woman. As he looks at this, looks at the woman here.
He's on straight through your head, talking all manly and
You'll notice.
I am man, for I have a penis.
I got the penis of a man. Anyways,
And this is why we should stay up by birthday.
alright. Anyways,
Anywho's,
for those guys, if you guys want to just take a quick notice that the girl that the captain is referring to, she seems like she hasn't eaten in a couple of days, but she still looks really good. Like she has raven black hair that seems to be kind of parted to the side. I say she's dressed in like a raggedy dress, but she still looks good.
it doesn't matter. Let's do this.
It doesn't matter.
It's a person. We're all people. I've seen a person before.
In that case,
It's nothing new.
let's make this a little bit more interesting. All of a sudden, you see he lifts up, he pulls out his sword. Some runes light up on it, and he points it directly at the center, and you see 4 circles pop up. Each of you can pick a circle since you decided you want to fight on a team.
What's the circles do?
Brigith.
Absolutely, you can find out for yourself.
He's
Guys,
the,
you want a camera check?
You certainly can try.
the dummy over here is gonna go stand in the circle without even questioning.
Go to the nearest circle.
8.
15.
About to say, you recognize that this is definitely magic. Say you don't exactly know what kind of magic this is. But you, on the other hand, have an idea of what this is.
And I know. what
Believe
it's
it or not, in your homeland, in Mystic Mountain, how they handled disputes was in a thing called a duel circle.
Right.
Basically, they allowed people to. Duel circles allowed you to fight again amongst each other, but without anybody else getting hurt. Basically, but the only catch is, the only thing is, this was only done as a last resort to settle feuds. The only way for the circle to be dropped is if someone dies.
So we're literally fighting to the death.
Yes.
Okay. What happens if you fall out of the circle?
You can't. There's a barrier that keeps you inside.
Brigith is already in his. Just
Bringeth it on.
Exactly.
Okay, so hold on a second. So unlucky. I'm gonna say you end up fighting the one with the scythe.
8.
Shit.
Apply your axes.
They still got blood on them too. I forgot to clean these.
You're just
I'm
oh, that's
crazy!
neat. Shink. Drip, drip, like part of a skull still stuck on the side. Ching, 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 ching. Bounce them together.
But I say, knowing this, do you still step into the circle?
Yeah, you got this.
Do I have to
You got this.
Michael walks into the nearest circle,
do I have
I'll
to
go
roll
to the next one.
performance for that?
and I take it you take over the last circle.
Do it.
The other three have swords, and they all come
I
to
got
you.
that.
You got a nat 20 for that. For doing what I just said you should do.
I'm gonna say, let me roll his, see how confident this guy is.
got a skull.
Correction,
just like
how
me.
confident he was.
That dude, that guy's a rock. I know, he's got nerves of steel. Oh, well, he's nervous. He even though normally he looks scary and intimidating for a second, but now he seems a little nervous.
In my quiet, just really just.
Well, once you guys enter the circles, the captain stands up and he says, "Now, my friends, let me show you how I deal with traitors."
Uh-oh.
Oh, shoot.
Traitors.
I say he pulls out his sword and a second rune lights up. All of a sudden, each of the bandits you guys are fighting, they kind of glow slightly, like they're forcibly having magic pushed upon them. All of a sudden, you see them kind
18
of.
for my Arcana.
What'd you get?
18 for Arcana.
You know what this is. The captain's forcing his will upon them. Basically, it's kind of like a possession from
He's making them surrender.
basically he's forcing. It's like connecting your spirit to the beings.
Mm.
All of a sudden, you see all four of them kind of their eyes turn red, and the scythe seems to get bigger all of a sudden for you, as some runes pop up on the blade. And for you three, the sword gets bigger. Now it seems to be a gray sword instead of a normal sword. For you, there's a second sword, but the second sword seems to be like a spiritual sword rather than a physical sword. And for poor Michael, because I rolled to see who would get the worst of it. Poor Michael. Well, to say the last one has a sword, but in his second hand appears to be some kind of weird bladed shield. Like it's like a shield, but with like blades on the sides.
We get it.
Spike
It's
shield.
got blades on the end. Gotcha. All right, now to Carnage.
Let's spin the wheel. All of a sudden, you all freeze into place, including the people he's possessing. All of a sudden, he pulls out a dice. You're first.
Oh, shoot.
All of a sudden, it looks like your circle moves, and now you're in the center of it all. So now everyone can watch. Gallagher is literally in shock. He doesn't know what to do.
I'm still here like traitors, but like where's this trait?
Trey.
What are you?
All of a sudden, you feel the ability to move, and you see that he's able to move now. Help me. You can hear him actually asking for help.
No.
He appears to not like what's happening to him.
That's obvious.
And now roll for initiative.
Do it, traitor.
3.
Let's see what he gets.
Plus your dexterity.
Oh, plus my dexterity. A 1.
Ha!
A 4.
He also got a 4.
Ha! Makes a difference.
Gotta say, what is your natural dex?
12.
His natural dex is 11. You go first.
Hey.
Gotta say, I rolled up all these guys' stats. I know them.
Okay.
I know them well.
Is it roll to hit?
Gotta say, you guys are in a circle. A circle about 30 feet by 30 feet.
It's roll to hit.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Plus.
Second one.
Well, hopefully none of
So he
these
tries
magic
charge to
spells
go
go
for the
off
attack.
as I'm
7,
Yeah, we'll see.
9.
Your weapons
9?
go bigger.
9 will not. He will block your attack.
Firebolt.
He doesn't.
As
On
I'm
a side note, he
swinging.
does not appear to be wearing a lot of armor,
That's
No.
funny.
but he's going to swing back.
Wild magic.
Does a
because
14
miss.
hit?
Yeah. How much
With
damage?
unnatural strength, he swipes at you and take 3 points of damage
Okay, that's not bad.
Wow.
as you get knocked backwards a little bit.
Okay. Not bad.
But I say, on a side note, you do feel a burning sensation from that magic. So from that that what appears to be more like an ethereal sword, and it seared into your disguise a little bit.
I don't see all this as a team.
It is your turn.
My turn.
Let's picture more like back-to-back sword fighting.
13, 15?
15. That is a hit.
The captain just wanted to be a coward.
Well, the truth is, if you guys wouldn't have failed in your trying to deceive him
Is it? It's alright.
when she stepped up,
Oh.
you guys failed to fool him.
Is
And
it
as
a-
captain, I rolled for this guy's personality and everything. He's
Is it a
cruel
die
and straight
eight?
to the point. Die 8 for a longsword? Yes. Because it would be a die 10 if you two-handed it.
8.
8
Well,
points of damage?
she didn't try to deceive him. He did.
I know, but like he'd never seen her before. She just said that she's with them, and he
No more talking for
and he
you.
failed in deception.
Silence. Give her your curse.
I wish I could. Just transference.
It's okay. Improv comes with time.
Yeah. No.
But anyways, you landed a pretty solid hit. He's actually bleeding pretty badly. Because you just basically he tried to swing at you and you just duck slash, got him right upside the chest. A magic cat appears.
Thunder. For a second, I thought you were talking about Sly. What are you doing?
Get out of here.
Speaking of which, you haven't seen Sly in a while.
He stayed back, didn't he?
No, he came with.
Oh.
The Sly disappeared when you guys went into the crowd.
He's doing his own thing. He's fine.
I say,
Sly's pretty.
and Draco's
clever.
with the lizard people. So was Derpy. There's not really a reason to have two pieces out since it's just a straight up duel.
Never know.
Fair enough. But anyways, he is going. Since you were able to successfully swing at him, he's going to try to swing at you. Does a 6 hit?
No.
He tries to
I
swing back.
basically blocked with my
Yeah,
sword.
basically he tried to swing back at you with the ethereal sword, and you kind of use the handle and hit his hand, and kind of keep like, oh god, dang it!
Son of a gun.
New round initiatives. I say roll.
Keep the same initiative.
I know it's the same initiative, but it's new round initiative. So I'm starting at the top initiative.
Modified 20.
That is a hit.
2 and plus 2, which is because of my proficiency, so it's 1, 2,
That is a hit.
4.
That is a solid strike again. He appears to be standing on one leg now, as he's struggling to stay his stand, to be standing.
Zombie.
But now he's going to try to swing back. Watching Game Grumps play Twilight Princess is infuriating. Twilight Princess is a great game.
True.
Does a 20 hit.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Take 5 points of damage. As he swings that ethereal blade,
Okay.
and you start to notice that the uniform is disappearing on you. And your robes are showing.
Dang it.
You still got
Pull
the
out
hat.
the
You
magics.
still got the hand. You still got the hat on and everything, but like people can now see your robes.
Yeah.
And pull out the
I say
magics.
it's a new round.
I believe in you.
You believe in me?
And if you just keep swinging at him, or are you gonna try to use magic, or what?
I.
Might as well. Robes are showing.
Ah, my bloomers!
Just oh!
Tries to hide her underwear. Clothes.
I imagine kind of like Jerry from Tom and Jerry, like. And all of a sudden, he sees Tom's eye popping out through the window. He's like, "Ah!" Boop, 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 boop. That's still one of my favorite Tom and Jerry scenes ever.
Cloud.
Abby can vouch because I've quoted it several times.
I got
I also have that spell.
I think we all have burning hands.
Is they going for
Do you have
burning hands?
Nope. Cloud of daggers.
Oh God, roll the
I
hit.
do.
We all have burning hands. What a group spell that would be. Wow.
Just
Side by side, just.
I imagine it'd be like that one episode of Johnny Test where they all power pooted it together. I never thought I'd die this way. I thought I'd go out in an icy explosion, not a fiery one.
God. It's a burden.
I think I'm doing this right.
What'd you get?
the book of all knowing.
Plus my spell attack, right?
Yes.
Which is my plus 3, right?
Yes.
My
It's your modifier plus proficiency.
Modifier plus
So,
things.
So I think intelligence is wizard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be that modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
That's your
6 plus
that's your attack
3,
modifier.
9, so 11.
11? Just barely missed. Using his magic sword, he seemed to be able to block your attack. But what was even crazier is the ethereal sword seemed to cut right through your magic.
Well. Okay.
You see the captain look at you you can see the captain look at you and say, "Magic. What a cheating technique."
Still have my
It's funny
swords.
because he just used a
I
lot
just
of magic.
put them in the. Set it beside me. I work magic.
Rolling for... Yeah. All of a sudden you feel a warmth over your body as you seem to heal. If you look over you can peer over your shoulder and you see some person in the crowd is just like holding something in his hand, chanting some words. But you could tell, you know it was Gallagher.
Mm.
You heal 7. Basically, I had to think, what would Gallagher do in this situation? It's just like stealth healing. Sounds like the right plan. Little spell called Healing Word where I can do it from a distance.
Okay.
Lay on.
I would say all your wounds are basically your wounds are healed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you attempted to use magic, and now he's gonna strike at you.
Great. I still have 10 points.
Does the 20 does hit?
Yes.
5 points of damage. As he comes up and swings with that ethereal sword. This time, you can feel it sear your flesh. Around here, probably right around here by your shoulder, where it's more exposed from your robes.
Okay.
Basically, it cut you open, but it seared the wound shut at the same time, causing incredible pain. New round.
9. 11.
11. Well, again, just barely missed. So he's gonna swing at you.
I used a sword this time.
Is the sword this time? Okay. He only rolled a 9, so he's not gonna hit you.
No.
You guys kind of just traded blows with your swords. New round.
11 again.
That will be a tie. Well, not a tie, but a miss. He's gonna roll the hit. He rolled a 5. You guys are seriously just trading blows with each other. Let's see how the crowd perceives this, actually. Oh, they perceive it well. They actually think you guys are, like, evenly matched. Like, you're going toe-to-toe with each other.
No.
I perceive booted because
You're
it's loads
looking-
of time.
Yeah,
Good.
just
Yep, new round.
you're like,
15,
who's
17.
the traitor? And I'm like,
Who's the
Ooh,
traitor?
1 point of damage.
Just say 1 point and you're out of your strength.
skull.
4.
4 points damage. So paint me the picture how you finish this guy off.
Don't know these people.
Or would you like me to paint the picture?
You want to do it?
Okay, basically, so you guys are trading back and forth, but as he goes for the ethereal sword, you kind of just duck your head, and with his back turned, you basically take both your swords in your hand, and you just shove them right through his back, out his front, in a single sweeping strike.
Shink,
The
shink.
blades are peering out the other side as what appears to be like dark energy kind of comes out. All of a sudden, you see the man drop and fall. Only thing is, you notice that the circle doesn't disappear. All of a sudden, you see the captain's hand kind of come forward as he pushes the circle to the back where it was originally positioned. Stay put, magic user. Next up.
Wow, that accent, sir, has changed a lot.
I've had 4 accents in my conversation so far.
I'll get to you in a moment.
Wait, oh yeah,
I'm
we're
ready.
still frozen in time.
Your circle probably comes to the center. All of a sudden, you feel unfrozen.
Finish my movement.
And in front of you, you see a man. You see the man dressed, the man carrying the scythe. But apparently, the scythe's metal is now turned black, as you can see dark magic on it.
Neat.
Roll initiative. As he is not waiting. He does not want to wait, and he rolled low as crap. Abby. He got a 3.
He rolled crap so low, it's like using a public bathroom in the slums of Tokyo.
11.
Or somewhere I've never been.
I'm gonna say you go first.
I got things ready to do the stuff. Attack 1. And attack 2.
Basically, you run up, swirling your axes, ready to hit him, but he seems to be agilely dodging it.
What was the first one? 3?
I think
Yeah,
so.
that was a miss.
I kind of see,
9.
basically the way I picture it in my head, I picture this guy,
14?
picture this guy like very easily moving like
Did the 14?
the 14. That actually is a tie, so that's a hit.
Awesome. Alright, so I did hit 1. Woohoo!
Basically, on the first one you attempt to hit, and he kind of dodged it the same way like Mako would in Soul Eater. But that second one, as he tried to block it, you were able to strike past
15.
it. 15 points of damage.
Yeah.
Dang, you hit hard.
So I went,
You hit him pretty hard. Like, he tried blocking it, but you just, like, forced your way in there and, like, slammed the axe into his shoulder. And I say,
I want to put the ring back on for this.
he does feel the pain. He does feel the pain off of it. I say, he is definitely feeling the pain off of it. You could still see him keeping his composure as he's going to swing his scythe at you.
18.
Does a 23 hit you?
No!
I was imagining you're just like, just barely. Basically, you see this scythe turn purple. Like a purple aura goes around his black blade as he swings it. Take 10 points of damage as he swings his swings the scythe at you.
Next.
Basically, you blocked the blade from hitting you, but it did conk you. Conk you pretty hard against the head. Roll to hit.
Ah, nat 20. And 60.
Okay, so one hit you try to hit, one blow you try to land on him, and he was able to, again, expertly dodge, but the second one hit hardcore. So roll damage, and then you roll the damage dice twice. That's the way I do it for critical hits. So roll me potato salad.
That 16 wasn't a hit.
Was it? Oh, was it 16?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I
11
thought.
plus 5.
Oh, okay. I thought you said just straight up 11. And that's.
Oh,
So technically they both hit then.
no. Just one hit a little harder.
So one,
Just
just
a
a
wee
little,
bit.
just a little bit.
Let's see, that's 10. And then 12. And then 22.
I say
Wow.
you wailed him with
I'm
the
gonna
axe.
do a twirly spin.
You twirl and you spin him. He tries to block you with this scythe, and he does the best he can. But you're able to slip past the scythe as you're going to him. Basically, a nice solid slash of X, and then a single slash aside to the side. Basically, he is barely standing. You actually notice him; he's physically faltering. His scythe is barely being held in his hands.
I'm twirling my blades.
Now he's gonna roll to strike you. Natural 20.
Come at me,
I
brat.
say you can vouch.
Yep.
And that it will be 20 points of damage. As he twirls his scythe in his hands and he
I better do a performance check.
and slashes right across your chest. Oh, I thought the stream would be over by now. Typically it is, but
I got a nat 20 on my performance check. I'm gonna pretend it didn't even bother me, but in reality, I'm sitting there going, "Oh, Jesus! Oh,
as you can feel the dark energy slash against your chest.
That's funny.
Plus the hit earlier, I'm down to 19 hits. But my composure's just like, I got this, guy.
You're looking tough, though. You're looking tough.
Let's
Say new round initiative. New round. Old hits.
I like this dice.
I like this dice more. It lets me hit.
It lets me do stuff with a 19 with no mods.
That is a hit.
That's 4 and 19.
That is also a hit. Roll me potato salad. But yeah, Tiny, normally the stream's ended by now, but we started late, so we're going a little late.
A big number.
Paint me his demise.
Ha.
If you were in this situation, how would you do it? If you were going to execute him?
Ha! Go for the head, then for the legs.
That's
Or
it.
the legs and then I'm gonna
I'm gonna kill him, then I'm gonna brutalize him.
Basically,
I'm gonna chop him until they're into tiny pieces.
basically you're gonna like run at him and like feign a jump so that he brings the scythe up. Take your axes and chop off his legs as you come down. And as he's like barely trying to stand, you walk up to him right beside him and you're just like, "You're gonna get pwned." As you bring your axe down on his neck, chopping it off with a single blow.
Hey.
I'm gonna make sure he can't come back.
He, all of a sudden, you see the captain look at you. Impressive, impressive. You see the circle drop around you. Stay there a moment, if you don't mind.
I don't wanna.
Oh wait, no, my
gotta
my performance is still up, so
I say actually from the sidelines. All of a sudden, you feel a warm glow. You feel a warm glow, and all of a sudden, you heal for 10 points.
That did okay.
You feel you heal.
Hey, what are you doing there? Just feel a little better now, okay?
There. I say, don't get me wrong, they're not healing hands. They could be healing you guys so much more.
woohoo! I got 29 hit points now.
And now there's only 2 fights left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Cateus, you are brought forward to the center of this center of this area, and you unfreeze.
Traitors. Oh yeah. What do you mean there's traitors?
And you see the man in front of you with his great sword.
I think I might take this man's sword.
I'm back. Hail Master, welcome back to the chat.
I am picking up that scythe, by the way.
Picking up that scythe? Yeah. Okay. It appears to be a normal scythe now.
I'll make it now.
Shink.
You just attach it to your back. Like your back's a magnetic strip of weapons, just
Nothing, now that I think about it, nothing's holding my axes there. They're just kind of floating.
Back magic.
I assume you probably have like some rope or something, and you're just
Your backswing just reaches out and grabs it.
That wild magic's like holding it there like a magnet.
So anyways, you
That'd
see
be really cool. You can just like place things around your body and they stay there. That'd be really cool.
Roll
initiative for you, Cateus. And he's not waiting for you to try to say, traitors, what do you mean? All of a sudden you see the guy charging at you.
Okay.
He got an 18.
Oh, I did not get an 18.
So he's gonna like mercilessly swing at you.
I'm speaking words and here he comes like, oh, okay.
You're just like
doing this.
You're just like, oh god.
Do I have time to pull out my stuff? Or is he like...
Well, you were...
let's just say he's charging me as I'm talking. The
Yeah.
second we unfroze, he just came at me.
Well, if we're doing that, then he's rolling with advantage.
He already... Oh, I mean, no. I'm like, definitely he's going first, but like...
Well, actually, you know what? Let's put it this way. You went into the circle
I see
prepared
him
to
come.
fight. Yeah, you were into the circle
Yeah.
prepared to fight. So I will say...
Prepared to fight, but like...
I will say he's rolling with advantage. But he is double-handing a great sword.
That'd be kind of hard not to. It's a great sword. It's fairly large.
I rolled it on the carpet. Does a 13 hit you?
No. Let's get it.
You see him with a mighty swing, he brings it down. You dodge it pretty easily, but all of a sudden you see crackling purple thunder.
Jesus! Okay.
Oh, crackling purple lightning, sorry.
Okay. Well... So, just come down. So I'm going to just kind of wind up. I'm going to clock him in the face.
Okay, roll the hit. I want a lightsaber? Nice, Halo. I can understand that. I can relate.
14.
Tie, that's a hit.
Oh, he's a hit. Alright. That's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage?
Yeah.
Nice, solid hit.
Just a quick punch. And now, I'm going to pull out my longsword. With my two-hand side.
To double-hand your longsword.
Two-hand longsword.
Against his greatsword.
Yep.
Fair enough. Now it's a new round, and he's going to roll to hit you. He rolled a natural 1. He's going to swing at you, and you're going to dodge it so easily, and he's going to lose his grip on his sword. Actually, you know what? I'm going to roll for severity real quick.
I think the severity is the thing. It makes things way more exciting.
Yeah, it makes things more interesting. I did that for your fight against Zach, and oh my god.
I went both ways.
Poor Zach.
Yeah.
Dude, if you would have fought you with his halberd, you would have had a much harder time fighting him.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because he's a master.
How bad is it?
Well, I do severity different, because I do good severity lower to 0, whereas I do higher severity closer to 100.
Okay. And...
Abby? Yeah, he's going to chuck his greatsword across the circle. It's 20 feet away from him now.
Okay.
He's going to just... Can't really do anything else at the moment.
Yeah, it's like probably right behind you.
Your turn.
All's fair in love and war, I guess. So, I guess I'm going to swing at him with both hands with my longsword.
Fair enough. Roll a hit.
18.
That is the hit.
Alright. I'm proficient with this.
I know.
I haven't been adding my proficiency this entire campaign.
Dude.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine! 19.
19.
Yeah. Which,
Either way, it's a hit. Roll me potato salad.
Hell, I'm gonna roll you some. I'm gonna roll you.
I'm gonna roll you some gourmet potato salad.
You know what? I'm throwing on the paprika. Okay, get a little extra mayonnaise for some filling. I don't make potato salad.
I don't either. Don't let me.
That's a solid 13 points of damage.
Say you cut him pretty deeply. He's still standing, and he doesn't look like he's breathing too heavily, but he's bleeding. He is bleeding a little bit.
I'm gonna sheath my longsword. I'm gonna, crack myself. I'm gonna stand between him and the great sword. He took a swing. It's only fair I got to swing too.
Fair enough. New round. You see him hold out his hand, and you see the great sword fly back to him.
Can I try and catch it since I'm standing between him and the sword?
I'll give you that. Roll me a die 20. Athletics.
Athletics, you said?
Yeah.
15.
A roll against what he would use. In this case, I'm just going to say Arcana. You got a 13?
15.
15? That's a Arcana. Well, it's a standard bandit, so his Arcana would be 0. So, well, I mean, it's a standard bandit. Then you got a 14. You caught it.
Cool. So then in one fluid motion, I like to kind of just whip around, catch it, and then just catch it and
As
swing.
you catch it, you do take some shock damage.
I'm powering through this bitch.
I am going to roll that shock damage real quick, though.
You roll that shock damage. I'm taking it.
This is mine!
Take 5 points of shock damage.
I'll take that shock damage. Ow! Why did I touch this?
I say so.
You're
You
like, oh!
roll me a die 20 to swing him in.
Aim for the head.
What did you get?
No one.
Now one roll. Oh, I'm gonna roll for severity.
Do it.
He's in dirty, throws the sword back!
Definitely not as bad. You swing and it embeds the head of the great sword embeds into the ground, but there is an area of effect damage for the shock, especially since all this is going on. So you're both gonna take some shock damage. Oh, you guys only take 1 point of shock damage.
Okay. So I'm taking 6 points of damage.
Yep.
What is it?
I helped my guy straight to the ground.
So where's the sword at now?
Literally, it's. I assume I would say if you two standing like right face to face in front of each other, it would be like literally in front of you guys, but slightly to the right as you're trying, slightly to.
We're not that far apart.
Yeah, you guys are
Oh,
not.
this is your...
I don't know which one. I don't
Let's
care
just
who
put
we are.
2 characters together and say that's that.
Okay, there we
And you guys, and the blade is like slightly to your right in the ground, right next to you guys.
Cool.
Like it's still like you still have the handle in your hand. It's just that it's stuck in the ground.
Oh, I didn't throw it?
Like you didn't throw it. You still have it. I rolled for severity. It is stuck in the ground right now.
go. Strength.
I used my action already.
I'm gonna say now it is new round, unless there's something
Well,
else.
I'm gonna move in between him and the sword. I'm gonna push my way in.
Okay, so
We're squeezing.
You guys are like tightly next to each other.
Yeah.
Do I have to get even closer to your face?
You smell nice today.
I'm a close talker, so I was really happy when Cole came. I like your confidence.
Your eyes are so pretty.
I'm gonna say
Get your eyelashes.
new round, and he is actually going. Since you're blocking his way to the sword, he's gonna punch you in the gut.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit you?
That's a...
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna say even with your bonus.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have my shield up, so yes.
Makes sense. So since it's a tie, it is a hit, and he's going to punch you in the gut for 30 points of damage. And he is going to attempt to take the sword from you.
He's gonna go around me, or what?
Basically, he's going to kind of roll over your back.
He's rolling over my back.
Yes, he's going to try to be cool.
Well, roll
Can I
for
like,
it.
can I like deadlift this guy or something? So he's on top of me.
Let's see how good his acrobatics is.
Okay. So.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You can roll, but you have to beat a 21.
Wait.
I say in that case, he's doing acrobatics.
He's like,
Yeah, he's got to roll over you. So strength in this case. Well, strength or dexterity?
What?
Strength or dexterity, your call.
I'd probably say dexterity since it's a reflex.
Fair enough. I was going to say. So he's going to roll over. You got to beat a 21.
Good luck.
Get in at 20.
I might. You don't know. No, 15.
But I say you attempt to try to do that, but as you're trying to deadlift him, you actually see he actually flies over you and he grabs grip of the sword.
Oh.
You both now have it in your hand.
Acrobatic AF.
Now you both have your hand on the handle.
Ha, you lose.
Is it my turn now?
Yes. It is your turn. With one hand, I will backhand him.
This is my sword.
My hand right here. I'm just gonna kind of take my longsword and slash at him.
Roll the hit.
He's gonna go
16.
sword.
16, that is a hit.
Sweet. And I'm one-handing this, so it's die 8.
Yes.
One.
7 points of damage.
So still a solid hit. You slash him across the face as you see one of his eyes is now completely shut.
Cool.
As blood is gushing down his face.
Alright, and then I'm going to...
He does kind of back up to like grab onto his face a bit.
Cool. I'm gonna sheath the sword. And I'm going to... try and pull the greatsword away.
Roll me a strength check. Natural one.
Yeah.
You trip and let go of the handle and fall to the
Ah!
ground.
Like, here we go.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll severity on that. I want to see how bad this is.
That's fine. I'll roll to the ground.
No, you know what? Very fortunate, very fortunate. You lose your balance. You actually didn't even lose grip on the handle. You just
pulled yourself.
You just pulled.
forward.
Instead of pulling it out, you just pulled yourself towards it. Oh, and to point out to Abby as you crouch,
Did
it was in the
Pull
top
myself to the
10
ground.
top 10 percentile. You're not even prone. You pulled yourself to the sword instead of pulling it out. Basically, you look foolish.
Performance check.
That's fine.
What's it? New round as he's going to get up.
On that one.
You see him pull a dagger out of his boot, and he charges you.
Put my shield. Sister.
Does a 17 hit.
Ties.
Ties. And a tie does land hits. So he's going to stab you with his dagger for 7 points of damage. And he's going to now try to take the sword in his hand.
Does he take shock damage when he grabs it too? Or is that just me?
Well, you only took shock damage because he called it forth and you caught it.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't shocked you since you've had it in the ground.
But I haven't let go of it yet, so...
Exactly. Well, he's now got it on his hand and he's going to try to contest you if you try to pull it.
He's gonna try and keep it in the ground anyway.
19?
19 does hit.
What?
Is it 19 to pull it out or 19 to...
You say he's trying to...
Yeah, he's
you say
trying to
pull
contest.
it from
Yep.
me. So conscious of strength, I
Yep.
got a...
19 plus your strength.
Yeah, 19. Wait.
You're
Are we doing athletics or just strength?
Just straight up strength.
Okay, yeah, 19.
He rolled a natural 19. And his strength is +2.
Okay, so he pulls it.
He pulls it away from you as he
That's fine, he attacked already.
as he pulls the sword, great sword, out of the ground. He's ready to fight. 'Cause now he's kind of like Cervantes now.
He can one-hand the great sword?
Appears to be.
That's cheating.
Magic.
He's Sabuza now. What the?
Magic.
Sabuza!
You have to remember, it's magic.
That's bad.
But it is your turn.
Fine. We'll get fancy with this. I'm gonna have my long sword in one hand. I'm gonna have my short sword in the other hand. I can be fancy too. So I'm gonna swing with my long sword, and then I'm gonna stab with my short sword.
Roll to hit.
23 with the long sword.
Hit.
19 with the short sword.
That is also a hit.
So with the long sword damage, 14.
Nice.
And the short sword did I 6? Yeah. Short sword, 3.
3.
So total 17 points.
17. You basically you slash him and you stab him, and you see him start coughing out blood.
I'm gonna put my short sword away and pull out my shield.
Basically, he's having a hard. You see him kind of leaning on you. Like he kind of leaned on you for a second as after you stabbed him. He regains his composure, but he did have to lean. You could tell he's barely standing at this point. But now it's new round, and he is going to swing at you. First with the great sword in his hand. With a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that beats a 19.
And with the second one's just 11. With the dagger, it's just an 11.
Okay.
So he is going to hit you with the
Biggin.
Yeah, with the
Biggin.
With the biggin. And he's going to do 9 points of damage. And then with the shock, it is another 4 points of damage.
Oof.
So 13 in total.
Okay.
As you can feel a shock go through your body.
Why am I wearing metal? My turn?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my short sword.
You're just kind of like, what was I thinking?
This is a term I didn't think at all. And then, yeah. Swing, swing.
Actually, on a side note, now that I think about it, you punched him.
When?
Well, you said you straight up clocked him. You did you didn't activate the gauntlets. Though.
I didn't. And
Okay,
once today, so I'm saving
for a
it.
brief moment, I was kind of like, actually, now that I think about it, I'm like, but then I'm like, oh wait, no, that's if you if the gauntlets were upgraded.
Yep. Upgraded.
Well, I mean, any magical items can be upgraded.
Okay.
But I say there are
They didn't activate
there are
it
monks
yet.
who use gauntlets of like electricity.
Yeah. So I can make it do fire damage every hit?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's fucking good enough doing just.
Yep. Alright, anyways.
Sorry, for a brief moment, I was just like, wait a minute, and I'm like, oh wait, no.
Just
Whoa.
battle
whoa,
axe.
Still new to this
Battle
campaign.
axe.
I know, but it's like
Punch.
I've actually fought somebody who used electrified gloves.
That'd be one badass.
Ow!
Oh my god. Alright, longsword hit.
You try taking
21.
You try taking 3 lightning punches to the
I
face
don't want to.
consecutively,
I still don't want to.
because monks can hit multiple times.
Short sword. 18.
Both hits.
9 and 4, so 13.
Let's say, paint me a picture.
Paints you a picture. So what did he do? What
Basically,
how
he
did
was able.
attack me?
Basically, he was able to slash you with the great sword.
How did he slash me?
But I say, basically, well, I mean,
like overhand.
like probably a side slash.
So like one of these things.
Yeah. So basically, he was able to kind of slash at you and kind of smash you with the sword.
Okay. So I'm gonna come up with my longsword because it was like, oh, I'm just gonna, and then I'm going to shield. Stand up for this shit. Unfold my legs.
Unfold the legs, Fabled. Unfold the legs.
I'm gonna come up like that, with my longsword, and then I'm gonna sheath it, come around with my short sword, and just.
The blade impales his chest with no resistance whatsoever. As you can see the light in his eyes fade as he falls backwards. The great sword falls to the ground, but as it does, the sword's magic seems to fade. It appears to be a common great sword at this point.
That's fine. I'll pick up this sucker.
I say you see the circle of the arena circle drop around you, but you see the captain look at you and say, "Very talented, very talented. Want you?
No, I just got lucky.
Why don't you go stand by your friend?"
I didn't know who I wanted to be. I find it appropriate that you're wielding axes.
I do too. I don't find it appropriate, however, to be a dragonborn.
So do you comply with what the captain says to you?
I find it best not to resist.
I say
In
as you
specific
walk
situations.
back to over to Billy. Heal for 10 HP.
I'll take at least everything.
As you feel a warmth go over your body, as you can feel the power of healing magic on you. Just like your friends, if you look over your shoulder, you see a familiar sight with an eye patch holding a religious item.
It wasn't so bad. I'm great.
But now, last but not least, the fight between Michael and the man who wields the sword and the bladed shield.
I'm gonna lose a friend.
I'm actually gonna roll. You know what? No, actually for him,
Happens.
brand new dice. This is the dice I used for Zach as well. As he's going to dual wield the sword that he was given.
He's dual wielding the sword?
The dual wielding the sword.
Oh, two-handing it?
Yeah. Sorry, my phrasing was bad. Was bad. My bad.
What I was doing,
Dual
what
handing.
he doing was dual.
What I was doing. I was also dual.
Yes.
No, I turned that on and off.
Yeah.
Cycle through it.
But you guys do see that. You do see Michael, even though he does seem scared, he also seems firm. Like
Not pep talk did wonders.
as he's holding the sword in his hands, but you notice that he is nervous of the guy that he's fighting. In my brain, I'm imagining this is kind of like how that monk felt when he fought Goro in Mortal Kombat. Or like how me and you felt when we fought Vorta the Boreal Valley in Dark Souls 3.
Well, today's the day I die.
Alright, let's roll in for initiatives.
This is the day.
It's already
I
off to a
break
bad
the
start.
controller.
He didn't roll bad, but
I don't know.
he's gonna go second. I'm actually gonna have to keep notes of this. Gotta say, now this one is gonna be kind of theatrical for you guys.
All of the theaters.
I've used this notebook so much for your guys' combat.
We get fancy. We get fancy at the time of need.
Oh my god, how many papers did I use for combat?
Not enough.
Quite a few. Sure.
There we go. All of this was used for your guys' combat over the last few campaigns.
Jesus. That's your campaigns?
Yeah, last few campaigns.
Nice.
I kept this for years. Where did I set it?
So all those campaigns we never finished,
Yep.
they're all right there.
Well, combat. Nevin, welcome to the Captain Bros, friend. Anyways.
Let's see what the future holds. My life is in the hands of the cookie that I'm about to consume.
All right, so he's gonna go for the man with the sword and the sworded shield charges.
I can't hear you over my own crunching.
Sorry, I'll speak up a little bit louder. Basically, the man that's fighting Michael, the sworded and bladed shield man, charges, swinging both his sword and his shield at him. Basically, like two-handed fighting, but using a shield. First hit was a natural 1.
He's so good at what he does.
He's gonna try to swing his sword and fling it across the area, just like when you fought the guy with the great sword. And Zachariah. But with the shield.
That's one badass discus.
I say that's a 12 with modifier. So he actually is going to miss. Michael's actually going to dodge it.
Michael, he didn't willingly throw the shit, did he?
No, he didn't throw the shield. He's not wearing it like a traditional shield, like a block. He's using it more as a swing at. I imagine it's kind of like having the blade on the arm, but instead it's a circular blade. But Michael is actually dodging it.
Michael, you glorious beast.
Michael's going shing, 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 shing.
I'm not going to show you the secret techniques of Kitty Kung Fu.
For a very long time, I wanted to play D&D. D&D is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But anyways, Michael, while dual wielding the sword, is going to swing at him. Oh, Michael, why?
no.
Michael's gonna get all of the now.
Oh, Michael.
No, no.
I gotta roll for severity.
I knew it!
Oh,
Nat ones!
there's a lot of nat ones tonight. Jesus.
I know, it went from like a lot of natural nat 20s to a lot of nat 1s. The severity isn't that bad. It's
He'll
about
kill
it's
himself,
about
it's
even.
fine.
I'd say he swung his sword. He did accidentally drop his sword, but it's not across the area. It's like right next to him. It's just on the ground. And because he hasn't used a minor or a movement action, I think I'm gonna let him use it to grab his sword.
Good idea.
Basically, just wasted a turn. If that would have been worse, oh man, Michael having to do hand-to-hand combat, that would not have ended well. New initiative. The guy isn't even bothering going to go
No,
get
that-
his sword.
That's me.
He's gonna try to swing with his shield twice. Oh!
And Michael drops like a sack of potatoes.
This is where my necromancy powers come in.
Yeah, okay, the second one was a fail.
First amulet of that.
Rise!
Rise, Michael! Go avenge yourself, and I shall constantly think about giving you back your soul.
Hi.
Rise!
You're a necromancer?
Always,
I have a curse
I always
now.
want to hear something funny, Nevin. Go ahead and tell me.
Are you my-
Oof. Michael's gonna get slashed with the shield, taking 3 points of damage. But it's not bad. It is not bad. He was able to avoid the majority of the hit.
I have a dark charm necklace, which allows first level necromancy spells, but it corrupts my morals. I get a -4 to charisma with disadvantage all the time.
The god cat looks down on the victims. Only fate shall
Keep it
decide
safety
what
buff, so
happens
I
to
don't
him.
touch it.
Only fate shall decide what happens to them.
Come hither,
Mike-
divine beast.
Michael's
I
going.
shall pet you.
Michael's now going to swing at him. Better, but not still not great. That's a 10 with a modifier, and not great.
Yeah. Parfum.
So new round.
He's like, yo. I'm gonna walk over
like
to
I'm
the
flying.
First one's a miss. The second one's a miss. Wow, double misses. A 2 and a
Cat
5. I was say you guys are witnessing this guy swinging his shield, a bladed shield at Michael, and Michael's actually dodging it pretty expertly.
Michael's a beast.
And now
Boss
Mike,
has been lying this whole time. He's the secret boss.
Michael's
Plot
gonna
twist,
sw-
our best friend is actually our worst enemy.
oh damn! 22 versus armor class.
I was right.
Michael swings the sword. Dual wielding a long sword is a die 10, correct?
Yep.
Two-handed.
Yeah. Sorry, two-handing a long sword.
Casey. These are terms that the DM needs to know.
I know.
Very
I'm
important terms.
bad.
Very.
I'm stupid.
No, I'm stupid. You're just silly.
You're just
A nice slash, but it's the fight is still very much on.
I woke up and my cat was sleeping on my face.
what?
I'm pretty sure
That's
you've
what
been there
Nevin-
before.
That's what Nevin said. I woke up and my cat was sleeping on my face.
That's what Nevin said.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, I've had that happen.
Presley Silver.
Yep.
Alright, he's gonna swing his shield. The 6, that's a miss, and 15, that is a hit, because Michael's armor is trash.
What armor?
Exactly. So we're gonna roll for damage.
What is this armor you speak of?
And then, oh, it's minimum amount of damage. Only 3 points of damage. Michael's getting slashed at with the shield and only taking very minimal damage. He's actually doing a really good job dodging. He must have learned something from watching you guys.
Yay.
Now Michael's going to swing back and do really crappy because he got a 10. Michael, what are you doing, man? I don't want to see you die.
Struggling.
But I'm God. I gotta let things happen as they do.
Bye, buddy.
That's
I
a
didn't know you
11,
well.
That's not gonna hit Michael, and 15. That is gonna hit Michael. Michael's doing a really good job. Wow, wow. Minimum damage. Seriously, wow, Michael's lucky. I'm just rolling and it's like keeps rolling ones. Like not natural ones, but like I'm rolling the damage die and it's a 1.
I got you.
He's taking the minimum amount of damage. And Michael got a 19. They're actually doing some damage. Oh, we're doing some serious damage with 9 points.
Huge. Proud.
As you guys see Michael twist the blade after he gets hit. After he gets hit by the shield and actually stabs through his enemy. The fight is still going though.
I'm invading your space because I want to see how you're
3, nope. 5, nope. Michael dodges both shield strikes. 11, which is just short, unfortunately for Michael. I say 16, that is a hit, and
judging me.
double 16 that's a hit. So okay, I rolled a loaded die. I have to be. I just rolled 2 1s for damage.
That's why I don't trust any
This
dice.
Yes.
Like for him?
See? Okay, now you got a 2.
Like for damage that he's dealing? That might
Yeah, I rolled a 1 too.
Yeah, that is.
You know, he's rolling 1s, so the enemy is rolling 1s for damage against Michael.
Oh, well, never mind then. That's good. That's a good thing.
Michael's gonna roll a hit. He's gonna get a 16, which is a hit. Only 1, so 3 points of damage.
Michael, 6 son of
You son of a... Now it's the dude's turn who's using his shield. 15, that's a hit. And 21, that's a hit. Oh, now he's taking the damage. 10 points. You guys see the shield actually impale Michael's stomach. Michael's still standing, but he's bleeding pretty heavily in his, from his abdomen.
Michael, no!
Michael is going to... He's coughing up some blood, but he's still standing to fight. As he's going to roll a nat 20! Michael rolled a nat 20!
Michael's true power coming in clutch!
That's a... So... Michael's going to do 17 points of damage.
Oh my god!
Well, I mean, 2 die 10s.
Oh.
You see Michael impale the guy with his sword kind of in his stomach. And this guy's coughing up some blood now.
I feel like I need more, like a big tattoo on this side. I feel uneven.
You feel uneven. You feel unbalanced.
Yes. I feel like
You feel
more anyways.
you,
I need this side
you,
done too.
you feel the you feel the opposite of Death the Kid.
Oh, that's it.
You feel unsymmetric.
He is unsymmetric. Look at his hair. It's a big fat lie.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm a disgrace. I'm a garbage.
I'm not worthy of being Death the Kid.
All right, now the dude's gonna swing his shield. 3 and 10, which are both misses. Now Michael's gonna swing his sword, and he got a 5. He's gonna miss. So now we're back to this back and forth. Cock die. 3 miss. 15. That is a hit. So rolling damage. Michael's still doing good. Michael's gonna swing his sword. And that's gonna be a 21 to hit. And Michael's gonna do, 8 points of damage. I say both of them are barely standing and they're both coughing up blood.
You got this, bud.
I say, unfortunately, the dude's gonna hit with a 13. That's a cock die. I say 13. Both of them are hits. 2.
We love you, Michael. Bye.
What's up, Brett?
Oh my god. That's how much health Michael has.
Oh
Oh god.
no. Ew.
Michael is actually vomiting blood now. Michael's gonna keep swinging his sword though. And Michael got a 20. Oh, dude.
Did Michael save himself?
Oh, with his strength. Michael's gonna spin desperately, and he's going to actually. The guy's shield gets smacked out of his hand, and his sword keeps swinging, and he cuts off the opponent's head.
Michael!
Michael wins, but Michael's gonna hit the ground right after that.
It's okay, he won. It's fine. He's like a Satan. He shall rise again stronger than before.
He's bleeding pretty heavily.
He shall rise again stronger than before.
Trying to say
He just needs some food. He's fine.
he's gonna Skyrim this. Actually, at this
You have 97 apples, 14
Actually,
raw
from-
rabbits,
how far is it? Well, he's in the center, so based on how much, based how long this massive circle is. Well, I gotta check something.
circumference. Let's see. 30 feet times 3.14.
Michael's gonna go. Dalaker's gonna go to the very front of the crowd. He's not. He's gonna try to still stay blended in, but he's gonna get to the front of the crowd and cast Healing Word.
Wow, Michael! High five!
And he's gonna
Oh wait, I forgot he collapsed. I was like, hey man, come give me a high five.
oh god, he's gonna regain 12 HP from me. Because I used the level 2 healing slot.
Nice.
Michael's not gonna die, guys.
Yay!
He's like a little brother.
He is, on the other hand, unconscious.
That's fine. He deserves a good sleep.
And so the captain looks at him disappointed. Someone pick him up. All of a sudden you see Dalaker just go like, yes sir. His most monotone voice ever. I'm gonna roll for...
Fake name, fake name.
I'm gonna say roll the modified 18. Take the Dalaker's gonna pick him up just like, good job buddy.
You can do it. Hang in there. It'll be okay.
But he's gonna take him into the crowd and he's just gonna hunch one arm over him. You see the captain go. Very
Join in
impressive.
with him.
For a bunch of traders, that was quite impressive.
Yeah, those traders sure did put up a good fight. I'm glad we can stomp them out, though.
And now,
I'm actually saying that.
I
yeah.
know.
Okay. He's just
He points his finger at you. You're gonna stay put in that circle. Because now it's you two versus me.
No, thank you.
All of a sudden you see a purple ring form around you guys. Now it's the entire circle. Like the entire circle between the tents and everything. Like, so the people, the crowd is on the outside. I wasn't asking for your permission, traitor.
We just
You think I can't spot a fake performance?
You're the captain. I expect highly of you.
What did I do? I belong here. Waste about 2 minutes on this damn ring.
Did you put the ring on to talk?
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's bullshit. Just like that. Bullshit.
You're straight up malarkey. Malarkey. Blarkey. Malarkey. Malarkey. Bullshit. Oh, I thought you said blarkey. I'm like, what the fuck's a blarkey?
Malarkey.
Yeah, I know what malarkey is.
I'm gonna see if I can pull this off.
That's
More healing?
I say more healing. I'm gonna try to see if I can do this. I'm actually gonna roll to see if I can, if Gallagher can repair the balloon.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Gallagher's gonna see if he can withstand the pain, and he can withstand the pain. He's gonna put his hands into the barrier. Gotta say, this is what he rolled.
Oh boy.
He was able to withstand the pain. Which one of you has the lowest health?
I have 17.
28.
28.
29.
What's your guys' max?
47. What'd you say?
49.
49 and 47. So you're lower in health. Who has a higher armor class? I assume you.
I have 19 with a shield. 17 without.
I assume our thing is up.
Yeah.
By 1, yep.
Yep. 17.
Dalek is going to cast Cure Wounds on both of you. And he's going to cast his second level 2 slot on you.
You as me.
Yeah, you as in you.
It's probably a good idea because I also have second wind.
Gain 20 HP.
Ha!
I just rolled 2 8s plus my modifier.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's exactly what I needed.
And then-
That's heckin' good.
And then for you, that's still pretty...
Is she now part of our circle?
No.
She was kicked out.
I have been in my own little circle
Hey.
since I won.
You are going to
Sitting
get...
here in my own little circle, minding my own business. And those guys come up to me and tell me a traitor out of nowhere.
I say I got I'm getting really lucky with the healing dice today. You get plus 11.
I'll take it.
Because I rolled a 7 plus my modifier.
I'll take all of it.
And in repercussion, Dalek is going to
What's that?
take...
I don't even know why I got
In repercussion, Dalek is going to take 6 points of damage. 6 points of arcane damage.
Ooh.
As
it?
he pulled out his hand, his arms are seared from magic, what appears to be magic.
You said I healed 12?
You heal 11. And you heal 20.
Alright, so.
You see here, you see the guy, you see the captain now. Now if we want to use the figures, we can. Because we're going to have to.
Me, I'm right here. My own little circle.
He's going to swing his sword over his head for a second.
Like that?
Yep. But in doing so...
I got a dexterity of 18. Initiative.
But in doing so, you see 2 more of him pop up.
Oh boy.
And you call us the cheaters.
Keep your eyes on the prize. He's in the middle.
I say roll initiatives.
I already did. 18.
11.
And he's gonna roll. I'm gonna put the hero dice away. Good job, Michael.
He's a hero.
He's gonna run till the end of the night.
You can miss that.
I say,
Let me hit.
time for the boss battle, guys. He rolled a 19
We're screwed.
plus his plus his.
This is where
dexterity.
we die. Love you, buddy.
So 21. His
No
dexterity.
one cares. He goes first.
Don't
Kill
go
us.
first.
He goes first. Okay. All of a sudden, you see all 3 of them charge at you.
Hey, whoa, hey! Copernicus! Slow it down with your charging that'll up in our faces with your clones and
Would
your
you mind
whatnot.
moving that dice? Yep, right next to your 2 axe guy. You see that one roll up right there next to you, and the one in the dead center. And they're all 3 going to swing their blades in unison.
And I'm gonna call the one in the middle a coward. Can't
I
face
might-
us like
I-
normal.
Does a 14 hit either one of you?
No.
You feel the blade you feel all 3 blades swing at you. You're able to block them, but you feel an immense amount of pressure as you try to block it. Almost as if like gravity hits you like 6 times harder.
I'm still calling him a coward.
I say, so who's next?
Yo.
Roll. Yeah, well, actually, which one are you going to aim at?
The one in the middle.
Roll it.
Yeah. The one who's being a coward. Big fat phony.
Big fat phony!
with a miss and a miss.
What were the numbers?
Huh?
What were the numbers?
15, and the other one was like 9 plus 5.
Both miss.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know. Basically, you're gonna swing at him, and he's just gonna dodge both of them.
Because he's a coward!
He's a big phony! You see the guy who lives here? He's a big fat phony!
As I go, coward! In his big fat face.
The big fat face. Gotta say, next up.
You don't see me using magic!
Fiddle.
Coward! It's your turn.
Alright. Pulling out the greatsword. With the greatsword in hand, I'm going to attack his clone, assuming it's going to be weaker than him. I'm going to take, using my... Great Weapon Master Feat! Take a -5 to my attack for a +10 in damage, if I hit.
Okay, you gotta roll the hit though.
I'm gonna roll this bitch.
Get a nat 20.
If I get a nat 20, I also get an extra attack.
Get a nat 20.
I really want a nat 20. Or if I kill him with this weapon, I get an extra attack. Because I'm a master.
You're probably gonna roll a nat 1.
Probably.
Knowing your luck tonight.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, your luck is not the best tonight.
Ooh, that's pretty good though. That, my friend, is a lot. That
15
15
plus this.
-5 makes it a 10. +7.
Your proficiency in your...
He's
That's
got a
everything
17.
included.
So
Out
total
of 17.
17?
Yeah.
It's a tie.
Woo!
He hits.
You nailed him. Just barely.
That is 2d6 +10 plus my strength mod. Because that's the damage of the greatsword is 2d6. 1. Good start. 2. So total 3, because 1 plus 2 is 3.
13 plus your strength.
18 points of damage.
I like it. Just shink.
You landed a very solid blow with masterful movement. As you slash through him, you see blood fly, but the being disappears.
He disappears. So then, that means I get another hit, another swing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna whip around. I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
But I still have my greatsword out. I'm gonna do just a normal swing. I'm not taking the minus. I'm not taking the -5.
Roll the hit.
That's probably a smart choice.
Probably a smart choice. For a 24.
That is a hit. Roll me potato salad.
I don't know how to make potatoes now.
Go.
6. 10, so 15.
Nice solid hit, but as you slash through him, he disappears as well. Blood flying into the air.
What?
Okay. Well then I'm going to switch to my shield
Yeah.
and longsword, and I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right behind him.
So now that you guys have the ability,
Advantage.
well, you guys have advantage.
Combat advantage. That's gonna help tremendously.
And now it is new round. It is his turn to start. And he is actually going to do a spin attack so he can actually attack both of you.
Of course, because
Lovely.
he's spinning.
What a boss. What a boss.
Say, does a 22 hit you guys?
Nope.
It does, but just barely.
Yeah, he's just scraping by.
As he does. Oh, 49 damage. Oh.
How convenient.
Both of you take 14 points of damage.
How convenient.
I give up.
Cheeses it.
Cheese it. Dwarf moves away.
This is serious, guys. It's super serial.
Super duper serious.
Don't make me get barbaric on you.
That might be a good idea. You
Coward!
take half damage.
Haha, now I can't use my magic just randomly out of the blue like a wild magician. Actually, a wild sorcerer. Anyway. Huh, wild magic. That's the only way this would work. Let me find a place to put health points. That's okay. Too many is fine.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going into rage a la 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 mode.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
With my +2 attack.
roll to hit. Roll me
Oh
potato.
no, that's a +2 to damage. Ha,
Roll me potato salad.
I'm trying. Ha,
Do
ha,
it again with advantage.
ha, ha, ha.
Good thing you have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing that first roll didn't hit either way. Nah. What the frick?
That was dumb.
It was an 18! Curse you, that one!
Yeah, I would stop using that dice.
Alright, cursed.
So I take it you tried to roll 4 times and all 4 failed.
They weren't nat ones.
That's all that matters. They weren't nat ones. But as you try to swing your axes, every single time he was able to parry with his great sword. So, since anything else you wanted to do on your round?
Huh. Well, that doesn't help. Oh.
Now I'm just imagining like a flurry of blows, but he's just not able to land a punch.
I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Nice.
It is so nice.
Gotta say, you can use
So
that. You
nice.
can use that resistance in your favor.
I am doing that. All of
Half
that.
damage. Half damage. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I love you. Give me a hug.
Let's say now it is Fabled's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna whip out that great axe again. Or not great axe, great sword. But that seems to be the way to go. And I'm going to take that -5.
Gonna roll the hit again,
I'm rolling to hit with the -5 for a +10.
and you got advantage.
Nat 20!
Nat 20.
Woot! Roll them!
So it's 4d6
Basically.
+10
Basically.
plus my strength.
Yes.
Holy crap. And I get to attack again because of the feat.
Yes.
Roll me damage. Roll me potato salad.
Do you need all the dice?
Roll me a nice bowl of Chinese food.
Just threw it away.
Uh,
I'm about to take out this dude's ass. Damn it! 1. Good start. 4. 10. 11 plus 10 is 21. Plus 5 is 26.
26 points of damage.
26 points of damage for that.
That was
attack.
oh, God darn you, pencil. You landed a very serious and very strong blow. I say he's staggered under this blow. And you actually see some blood coming out now.
I'm gonna do it again.
You're gonna take the...
I'm taking the -5. I have to go for the -5. I got advantage. I'm cashing in on that shit.
I swear, if
Stop.
you roll another nat 20.
I can't take another bonus attack if I get another
I know, I'm just
thing,
saying.
but that'd be awesome. Ah. Let's see, -5 for 11 plus 7 for 18.
18?
Yep.
That's still a hit. I mean, you can still roll for the nat. I mean, you got advantage.
Oh, that's right!
You have advantage.
Same thing.
Okay. I kind of figured you're rolling for it anyway. Might as well go for the nat.
Yeah, I completely. I was like, I hit him. Woo! That's good enough. Take it while I can.
Who hurt you? This guy.
5, 17, 22.
22 points of damage.
Yep.
Another very solid hit.
And he comes and kills me.
I'm switching to my shield.
You actually slashed him pretty hard that you broke through the armor.
Jesus.
He is bleeding.
And he's all skin and bones.
I knew it was an illusion.
With a new round, all of a sudden you see him kind of reach down, and grab where you got through his armor. Kind of looks at his hand that's now coated in his blood.
Decapitate his hand. Don't let him look at it. What are you looking at?
He kind of puts the blood over his blade. All of a sudden you see it glowing another color.
That's cheating.
And he's cheating. See,
I say.
he gets mad at her for using magic. This guy's a big fat phony.
If you want to get mad and start using magic, go use magic on the magic user.
I say all of a sudden
Except we can both use magic.
you guys see 4 more copies of him pop up.
Well,
He's really trying to kill us.
No, I'm not actually.
I want his sword.
He's gonna roll.
What?
You can have the sword.
He's now going to roll to hit you guys. Oh man, that was dangerously close.
He got a 9?
No, he got a 2. You're lucky. But look how close that was. Look at this side over here. This is what it almost landed on.
This book's for days.
So he swings and he fails, but he's going to take a minor action now. And he's gonna kind of put his hand in. Yep, I read those comments. He's gonna put his greatsword in both hands, and he's going to tap it to the ground. All of a sudden, you see lightning shock both of you, or at least attempt to, anyways. Actually, you know what? In that case, this spell would be rolling safe. So die 20.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
5. Wait, dex save?
Yeah, deck save.
It doesn't matter what I got.
I saw
I
it
know.
after 1. I'm gonna say you guys are gonna take.
Why did I use this one? I just wasted that.
You guys are
Why
gonna
are you
take.
still using those dice? They're cursed.
You guys are gonna take 6 points of lightning damage.
Oh. Oof. Is a minor action?
That's a minor action.
Oh.
I love how the guy who says magic is cheating using magic over here.
Are you actually taunting him? That's great. I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
say now it is Europe.
I know it is, and I'm still taunting.
Now it's Europe.
Yeah.
It's Europe now.
19 with advantage.
That is a hit.
Huh. I'll keep the 19. Oh, what's that? Yeah.
It's not like Garfield when he doesn't like something. Just no, not Garfield. Heathcliff when he doesn't like something.
Yeek. Modded 20.
Mod of 20. That is a hit. Both of them are hits.
Yay. I like it.
And on a side note, Clap, I kept my promise. Like I said.
What was it?
7. 4.
11.
Yes.
Replace your strength.
16.
And did you get any bonuses for going into rage?
These two.
Oh. Ha 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 ha. What did I say? 16? Yeah, that's it. 18 points of damage.
So solid, nice slashes. He is still standing, but he is He is bleeding.
I know he's
I have to say, and where are you slashing the one in the center?
Yes.
You landed the blow solidly. He does not disappear after this hit.
Ah, he's still in the middle. Well, we would have gotten some sort of an attack if he left our side. Unless he, like, teleported.
I say, it's your turn. Unless there's something else you wanted to do on your turn.
Now, what am I supposed to do? Oh, yeah, acid splash.
Oh God.
Cantrip, acid splash.
Okay. Anyways.
I feel like you should duck down. And
I
take
can't
cover.
do that because I'm in rage. I can duck.
I can duck, whack.
I'm gonna quack and kind of shield myself.
Anyway, Sailed, you're up.
Smack him in the tent.
I don't know if I want to destroy the clones and then go after him or just straight up murder his asshole.
Both.
Well, I could probably do both, yeah.
I could go both ways.
Don't tell me.
Oh.
I could Thunderwave.
You could paralyze him.
Yes. Cutting his speed in half with a 50% chance of him not being able to move. Period.
Exactly.
Including actions. Let's see
I
that.
like it.
Yeah, let's see now that might hurt you too.
Pokemon
Pokemon hurts everything.
It's fine. Bro, I got it.
You don't have resistance to magic attacks.
Yeah.
It's
And it would do a solid
A solid.
2d8. Oh, failed save.
on a fail save.
With the Constitution saving throw.
It's fine. I'll just throw some magic back at you.
I didn't know.
I got acid splash.
As long as you're hurting them too, I guess I'm okay with it. No, I will.
I got fire bolts, poison sprays.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack. I'm assuming this is the real one. Yeah, so I'm gonna attack him with the greatsword that I newly acquired.
With a -5!
Doing good, man. Don't you let me
With
down.
advantage.
Yep. Don't you let me down, bitch. 23. No, sorry. -5, 11 plus 7, 18.
That's it.
Yeah, 18.
Roll me potato salad.
Thank 2, 16, 21.
I have to say, it was a very, very powerful hit. He is down to one knee, but he is still fighting.
I'm going to use an action surge to do it again.
Nice.
Yeah.
I say, go ahead and try.
I feel like this is like the now or never, go for it kind of thing.
I've read that, Clav. You shush.
Does a 17 hit?
17 is a tie.
Okay. That's a nat 1, so I'll take the 17.
I'll take that now. What the you roll severity?
3 plus 2, so 5 plus 10, 15 plus 5, another 20.
So 20.
20 points of damage.
You bring your blade down with great momentum as you slam your blade through his chest. But I say your blade is. I say you came down in an arc.
Mm-hmm.
You came down. You actually slashed through his shoulder, and you are actually your blade is embedded in his chest. Because you must have caught onto his ribs and stuff. As he kind of smiles at you, and he kind of grabs your blade with one hand. Fuck.
I'm gonna let go of the sword.
All of a sudden, his clones explode. Roll me dexterity saves.
You gotta remember, they're behind you.
I know. I was more worried about him throwing my sword
Roll
back
me
at
dex
me or
saves.
something.
Me too.
13.
Failed.
It's 21.
Succeed.
Ha!
So you're gonna take the full force of this, and you're only gonna take.
Dang it.
I can't take anymore.
Take 20 points of explosion damage.
No! It's Katea's
And-
dead.
You got 19 hit points.
And you take 10 points as you got out, but you still take half of the explosion.
You just fly into cartwheels into there.
Like a little like, twist thing. And start to get all fancy. Ballet in the air.
What you see the captain is on his back with your blade in his chest. Dead. Everybody is.
I don't see that. Everyone knows that. I'm fine.
What was it? How much health did you have before?
I had 19 hit points.
You're unconscious.
I'm unconscious. I don't see it anymore.
Gotta say
You're
it.
describing things I can't see.
Yeah, Daliker is actually going to throw his. Daliker is actually going to run out there at you.
Oh, wait, what happened?
Catch
to you
me!
then?
Your circle disappears.
Okay.
This isn't gonna be good.
You are not affected.
Gallagher, catch me!
Explosion 10 miles that way. I say Daliker actually is going to run up with you with Michael.
Michael, you're okay!
He's going to cast. Daliker's going to cast his last level 2 slot on Cure Wounds. Now is not the time for that.
Now is not the time.
Heal
for
11.
I'll take it. I'll take anything.
Heal!
And I'm just gonna wake right back up like, oh, that was a good nap. I'm ready. Woo!
Well, it burned to seal your wound shut, and you still have scorch marks on your face from the explosion.
It's fine.
Casey! What does the scythe do for damage 1d4?
But I say a scythe in this case is because it's two-handed. And in this case, I was using 1d8.
1d8.
That sounds right.
It's not in the book, so I just looked.
But I say how I would do it, since it's two-handed and everything. It's not a farming implement scythe. This is a military style scythe.
Yeah.
I would say either 1d8 or 1d10, depending on proficiency in scythe wielding.
Well, I'll use 1d8 because I'm not proficient.
Exactly. Maybe with time of using it, I'd probably up it to 1d10, but
I'll
like
probably
a great sword.
Switch between.
Fabled is using a tweet with pages, also known as a book.
On that,
Very clever, very
it is
clever.
definitely bedtime.
I say, but you basically, though everyone is in shock.
Everyone is in shock. Everyone died like.
I'm gonna go up there and take my sword
You
out of
are
his chest.
all-
I'm gonna try to just.
Oh, hold on. You are all free. That's my final words. I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna roll
sure
him
it's
over
been
and grab
2
the handles.
You see the bandits are all pulling out weapons.
Bring it on, bitches!
And that's where we'll end this session.
Oh boy.
Because
I'm gonna
next
magically
session,
make my glaive appear.
we all die.
I say, that's where we're going to end this session, guys.
They can charge me as much as they want. I got feats for days.
Gonna leave you guys on a cliffhanger.
They'll draw their weapons
And drop them!
and kill them.
Anticlimactic!
It's like that. No, they don't.
I'm down to fight all 40 evil.
Well, I mean,
Or is
you
that least 40?
guys killed 4 of them, and you also killed the leader. So technically, there's 35 of them, and you met 2 of them.
Yeah. Which they seem okay with us not doing.
I'm definitely not gonna mention not Snake,
Smack.
No.
Smegus.
Oh god, Cloud's like, the sequel will be called Oh Boy.
Oh boy.
They went there. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, so what'd you guys think of this session?
I feel like you should have picked a fight with us.
You guys, honestly, you should be thankful that he didn't hit you with the clones. Because what he could do if he hits you with the clones is he can restore health. If he was able to hit you with the clones.
I knew there was something special with the clones. That's why I went after the clone first. And that's also why I was like, you know, he's got 4 clones out. It's like a now or never type of thing. Let's go. Let's get this bread.
Here's how
we did.
Here's the thing. I knew you guys could heavy hit him, and that's why you two would have been able to pull it off. If Michael would have been able to handle this fight better, I would have had him fight with you guys as well. But oh god, Michael barely won.
So was there a reason why I was sidelined?
Well, you gotta look at it this way. He appears to not like magic, and he uses clones. So area of effect
magic.
Area of effect spells would have been his ultimate weakness, and he knew it. All right. I say Winter, when your car stops working, do you run like Naruto to work? Yes. Absolutely. It really lowers wind resistance. I run like this.
Alright. Give us them XPs.
I say.
I'm not waiting until the next session for XP like we did again.
Because your guys' success in doing this.
Give us the next level.
No.
Damn.
But you guys do gain 400 XP though.
A guy can try.
Right. A guy can try.
And if you guys pick up his blade.
I was gonna do that anyway.
Oh, I forgot about a sword. I grabbed my sword. Well, I struggled to grab my sword as I fling his blood across his
I'm picking up the sword and putting it in. It was there.
He's got the sword.
About to say it.
Sword is mine.
We'll tell you guys what that does in a little bit. But we are going to end the stream here, guys. This was just a very good stopping point. Plus, it is almost 5 a.m. where we're at. We started late because I had to do a lot of stuff. But the air conditioner is in the room now, so it's not a
Were you
bajillion.
about to say in the fridge?
No, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say that it's in now because of the fact that yesterday we tried to get it installed and it didn't work. Easy installation, my foot.
Which foot?
The foot.
The left or the right one? Makes a difference.
The double right one.
Oh.
Exactly. See you, Winter. Thank you. How dare you? Air conditioner? I thought you had fans. I still have fans, but it just got too hot. Nobody in that apartment was sleeping well. See you later, Stray Cat. Thank you so much for joining us. Stray Cat, Clav, and anybody else who is watching this currently, thank you so much for joining us for the stream. Nano, I think you're still in the chat, maybe, unless you fell asleep. But anyways, thank you all so much for joining us. I'm gonna say, Clav, I told you the only reason you weren't made a mod yesterday was because I started the stream at 12:30. Dale is going back to his room in the attic. Yeah, apparently you live in the attic.
Do I?
Yeah.
I was wondering why the floor is really creaky.
Briggs lives in the basement.
Briggs lives in the basement, you live in the attic, and apparently I live under the stairs. I'm gonna say, I live in,
You live in Ruts?
yeah, I live in Ruts. Restaurant under the stairs.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I'm still gonna get a sign made for that. I'm gonna have it put on the wall. We're gonna make a big old sign that says Ruts Restaurant
You know
under
what?
the stairs.
Your general tavern that you find, your run-of-the-mill tavern, like every beginner's quest or whatever, should be called Ruts.
Yes.
And your sign would be just stairs. Stairs, some guy just like crouching under the stairs. You know, because like the boar's head has a picture of a pig.
You know
head.
what? That is actually so good. Not only is that so good, I actually might have someone do a portrait for that for me. But I see.
That's
See you later. Actually, if you want to hold on for 1 second after the stream, there's something I gotta tell you. Gotta say, I am gonna start end the stream, guys.
He's a giraffe.
I knew
I'm
it!
a giraffe.
Oh.
Legend has it, Chuck Norris invented the
Thank you
giraffe
guys so
when he
much
went
for
around
watching.
house, kicked a horse
I
in
hope
the
you guys
shin.
enjoyed this stream. Hopefully I'll get to talk to you guys again soon. There will be another stream tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can get a video up tomorrow, but it is pretty late, so we'll see.
Is it late or is it early?
It's pretty fucking early. I want
But
to
anyway, guys,
Perspective.
thank you all so
Late
much for
for us,
watching.
early for them.
If you guys want to talk to me more, the Discord, obviously, DM, private DMs or anything. But for now,
Slide into my DMs.
stay frosty, my friends.
Hey.
And stay frosty. Frosty.